Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Seal Podcast, episode number 202 for the 1st of December, 2023. I'm your host, Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Neil.
Hello.
And not on my right by Dave, but we have an extra special guest here. Pilch is back for today,
Bonsoir.
anyway.
Just for today.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right.
Good. It's nice to have you
Yeah.
back.
It's been a year.
Has
That's
it?
it.
It was just before Christmas last year when I disappeared.
Wow.
You like a break, don't you?
Yeah, had some things going on.
Well,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
couldn't take any more.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, I hope everything's all right, mate.
Yeah, it's better, getting better now. I'll go through it quickly. Just I found out my dad had cancer just before Christmas last year, terminal.
Right.
And it was just after we lost my father-in-law and me missus' grandmother as well, who was 100 years old. So, wasn't a good time. But
Yeah.
No.
my dad's doing all right at the moment. So,
Yeah, sorry to hear
don't know
that.
how long
news,
he's
mate,
got, but he's doing all right.
Right. Yeah, well, that's enough to be thrown at you for sure. Anyway, but you have been missed. I'm sure you don't need us to tell you that. You could
I have
see.
been listening.
Yeah, well, if you were listening, then you would have noticed that on episode 200, there are quite a few people singing your praises. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked, but they were calling for the man. Here he is. We've delivered, right? We've made it happen. So that's nice.
Get a little spike, won't you, for a week?
We'll take it.
Let's hope it's in the positive direction. Eh?
Is it, will that be your friends and family downloading?
Just me. Got 20 devices. Download it tomorrow morning. Just give you a little boost.
Beautiful. Okay, well, without further ado, then let's just crack on with the show as per normal as it ever is. Neil, I guess that's your cue for some football stuff.
Yes, it is. Where's my thing gone?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear Pilch's take on some of this football
yes,
too.
Wouldn't it? I can't find my football thing. Right,
while Neil's oh, sorry.
Go on.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, while you were digging through there, Pilch, how have you got on with the fantasy league so far this season?
I'm still in it. I've normally gone by now.
Toys out yet.
Oh, I'm having a nightmare, I think. I chopped and changed so many, it's getting ridiculous now. All my players are injured.
Well, you put too many Tottenham players in, probably.
I did, yeah. Well, you only have 3, ain't you? But yeah. So I've had to chop and change again. And then I got, who did I get rid of? Oh, I changed Madison for the lad at Liverpool, and now he's injured as well.
Who's that?
So I've got to change him this week. Didn't even get a game out of him. Yeah, Jota. Yeah. So not doing too well.
You must have left it late on that.
I was in I was in like 16, 17, and I think I've slowly been creeping up, but I never get a mention.
Well, you will.
I'm right down there.
The mentions are important. That means you're not even crushing it on any of the game weeks either. You need a good week.
And I missed out on the cuppy thing you do in the head-to-head.
Oh.
Because there's an odd number, or there was an odd number.
There is an odd number.
So I never got in. Yeah. But
I
think I literally done my team like about 3 hours after the cut-off point. So
right.
Yeah, you know what? That's been a pleasant surprise. That what do we call it?
Head-to-head league.
Head-to-head league. Thank you, Neil.
It's something else to cling on to when you're just mid-table mediocrity, isn't it? That's the thing.
Well,
all right.
that.
I'm having mid or lower table mediocrity in the fucking head-to-head league, despite doing all right in the main thing. So it's a bit of a weird one.
Bizarrely, I've overtaken you in that league now.
Yeah.
Which we would never have thought was possible, right? So it is odd how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
It's good.
Yeah, good. It is. He's done all right. He does all right with the footy, Pilch. We've given Neil something to. We've bookended him now, so he's got the latter hour of the show, and he's got the first hour of the show now.
Well, if you played more than one game a week, then you'd have a bit more to say in the last hour of the show.
Wait till you hear what I've been playing.
I've seen what you've been playing. I haven't seen the note. It's not in the notes, but I've seen you popping up on the Discord and stuff
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
not
going,
on the notes, so it won't be in there.
He
No.
texted me and prepped me for it.
Ah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I've got a whole year. I've got a
Yeah,
whole
it's
year to
true.
talk
This is true.
about, so there'll
Yeah.
be plenty.
Right then.
All
Come
right,
on,
Neil.
football.
Let's get on, shall we?
Come on, Neil.
Right. Last weekend we had wins for West Ham, Luton Town. What? Newcastle, Brighton, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Man United, and Fulham, and there was a draw between Man City and Liverpool. The big points in each game, 3 bonus points, went to Jeremy Doku, Jay Rodriguez, Michael Elise. That was quite a nice goal. He scored for Palace, but they lost. Anthony Gordon, João Pedro, Marcus Tavernier, Alexander Zinchenko, Giovanni Lo Celso in a certain Spurs team,
This guy's
Diogo
British.
Dallo, no, and Willian. He's got about 100 names, so I'm not going to read all his names. Michael Elise sort of might be English, but I think he could play for France and about 5 other countries as well, probably.
It's all a hodgepodge now. I love the fact that who's the guy who plays for It's the Argentinian guy, but he looks and sounds, and he's got a Scottish name or whatever, isn't it?
McAllister, Alexis
McAllister,
McAllister. Yeah, his brother's called Kevin, as in Home Alone. Because apparently his parents love the movie or something.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Don't know where Alexis came from. But yeah. Player of the week was Tavernier of Bournemouth. He scored 16 points, got 2 goals and a clean sheet and 3 bonus, obviously. Oh, I didn't write the average score in. I think it was 40 something.
What for the
whole
week?
league?
Oh,
the whole competition.
I can tell you. 46.
46. Right, thank you.
46, son.
Lovely. So, where are we? Forgotten what I'm talking about now. Where have we got to? So yeah, average score was 46, as you said. We had Anthony Clark scored 62 points in the league.
Yeah, go on, Anthony.
Fraser, you and Joel both scored 59 points. And I normally would leave it there because there's 3 players, top 3. But Matt Arnold and Andy Cox, of all people, both scored 58 points. Andy Cox, see, it's possible, Pilch. You could be shit all year, and then you suddenly have a good score, and then you want to get a mention.
Are you saying Pilch is shit all year?
No.
I've got a pretty good score a couple of weeks ago, but I think
Wasn't high enough, apparently.
No, apparently not. Certainly not in the top 3.
Yeah.
I got 40s. Oh, well, bang average 46. I think I got this week. So.
Next week, yeah.
Mm.
Well,
it's only a game. It's only a game, mate.
Yeah, it's only a bit of fun. It's only a bit of fun. So the top 3 in our league, if you're watching, you'll be able to see this already, but I've gone back top from fucking about 5th or something last week.
Tough at the top, Adam.
Yeah, he's dropped to 2nd. I'm on 796. He's on 793.
Now, hang on a second. You're 7 points ahead of him.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're 3 points ahead of him.
I scored 7.
You scored 7 points more than him, but he was more than that ahead of you.
Yeah, I think he might have taken a hit there.
Is he burning money on transfers?
Yeah, might be.
Oh, those Isaacs, they love it.
The thing is, though, look, see, I had like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. I was -4, -4, -4, and it was like I was dropping down the league, and then it's all paid off now. I've gone smashed straight back to the top.
Right.
The week I didn't take.
I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you.
I just can't do it. I think I'm not getting enough points as it is. I'm not taking points away.
Yeah. See, Pilch and I, we're frugal players.
Yeah, you're also not top, so I'm just saying.
I'm fine where I am, mate. I ain't far off top. How far off?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Pretty close, mate. I'm 6th, and I'm only 16 points off top.
Yeah, 16 points.
That is unreal. I've never played in a league like that before. That's good.
Yeah. David Kinsit. He's been knocking around the top few places lately. He's still at 7, 8, 9.
He stepped over me to get up where he is.
Yes.
This will not be forgotten.
Well, maybe you'll win it by the end of the season. Who knows? Speaking of head-to-head league earlier, we have got wins for Chris against Adam. Luciano of the -6 the other week beat Chipper Spice. Phil Taylor beat me last week.
Well done, Phil.
He was one of the top scorers of the week, of our high scorers. And Andy Cox beat Lou, my wife. The average beat Elusive Man. Dave beat Christian. Gary, Dark Gar, Defo beat Lewis, of all people. And Fraser, you beat Mike Redmond of the old
Nice.
Garcast folk.
Good. Give it to the old Yanks.
So, the top 3 in the head-to-head league, we have Adam sitting top on 25 points, my wife and Mike Redmond on 24, and then we have 7 teams on 21 points after that. And then it's like Elusive Man 11th on 19, and I'm at 12th on 18.
All to play for, people.
Yes. Anything could happen in that league. So, yeah.
Oh, you've dropped like a stone in that league, haven't
That
you?
league, it's been shocking. I was on top for the first 6 weeks, I think, and it's just gone.
Let's pay some more attention to that.
Yeah. No, let's not. Let's go back to the other league where I'm top.
Is that because some of the ones that started off pretty crap and are down the bottom, are they, if they're getting better each week but can't catch the top lot in the normal league, at least in the head-to-head, if they get slowly
so
if
the
it's
first
leveling out, then you're going to get more points.
Yeah, the first 5 games I lost. So I was 0 for 5 right at the bottom. And then I've just won everything since, pretty much. So I think except for 1 week, I've won every week since, because I've just been having a better run. So yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's been
Things
a good competition, that one.
Yeah, very much so.
But like I say, we have having a nice bit of, we have fluctuations in the main league as well. There's been people going up and down, and like I say, it's pretty close at the top. We've got a lot of people within distance of winning for sure.
Yeah, it's great. Props to Neil as usual for this. Thank you. And the mighty Luton.
Yes. Somehow, I don't know how, but Thomas Kaminski, our goalkeeper, he definitely kept us in that game. Crystal Palace could have scored probably 10 goals on another day. But
yeah, he made. I can definitely remember. I watched the match of the day. He definitely made some cracking.
First
saves.
half was a bit of a bore, apparently, but second half it was. I was listening to bits on the radio. It was like making double saves. It was like watching Peter Schmeichel in his glory days. But yeah, so he kept us in it, and then we scored a couple of scrappy goals. But who cares? We won again. 2 wins this season so far. Only 1 more point required to match the worst Premier League score in history. So,
what's your prediction against Brentford this week? Playing Brentford at home?
No, we're at their place. Yeah.
Yeah, playing Brentford at their home. Yep.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, Brentford almost kept Arsenal out last week, didn't they? It was 1-0 for a very long time, and then I think Arsenal scored late.
Brentford strike me as one of those teams. They can either be utter dog shit or incredibly big hammer you. Right?
I think they're called dogged, which might be a descriptor for them.
Right.
And determined, and never gonna. I don't think they're gonna get a beating. I don't think they're going to get an absolute pasting at all.
Right.
Because when they play the more attacking, flamboyant sides, they are usually very disciplined and don't really concede a load of goals. Not like Brighton. Like Brighton will try and go toe to toe and could get an absolutely thumped. But Brentford won't be doing that, I don't think. So we're not like that. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be an interesting one. They tend to play like drop deep certainly against the better sides and pack the defence. So make it very difficult to score. But they'll probably see it as an opportunity to score and win a game against us, obviously. So maybe we've got a lot of pace on the wings. We think we've got either the first or second fastest player in the league now. Chio, he's very good, very quick. And if he puts a good ball in, we've got the second most successful crosses into the box or something in the entire Premier League. Something stupid. All these stats that come out when you're listening to podcasts and whatever. So we're doing okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's
No good result.
tune has changed their tune a bit. Like they obviously thought coming through the playoffs, we're just going to get battered every week. And now the talk of the three that came up, everyone's like, well, Luton look like the ones that might actually do okay and stay up, and the other two are going to get shafted every week. So we'll see. But we could still take like when we play like someone like Man City.
That's not surprising, though, is it? I mean, Burnley, Sheffield United, or Luton. You gotta be hard pushed to pick Sheffield United or Burnley right now for anything, right? I mean,
Well,
Sheffield United, you could possibly see them squeaking out some stuff here and there, but Burnley are shocking.
I don't know. Like they beat us. Burnley beat us.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
What
like
about the old?
my mate goes to the games, and that was at our place. They beat us at home, and he said they're the best football inside he's seen like in a long time at
Yeah,
Luton.
well, he's
No, but
Pilch.
he's seen good teams come like in the cups and stuff like that. But
Has he?
Yeah, but yeah, they play.
Pilch,
they play great football. But
what's tell us about the mighty Spurs, Pilch.
Well, we were the best team in the league 3 weeks ago, and now it's gone to shit, hasn't it? I think the tea lady's playing Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Some of it's their fault, some of it's other people's fault. It's just fucking horrendous at the moment.
Right.
I think you've suffered big time from James Maddison, I think.
Well, Van der Ven and
Yeah.
Romero as well. You can't lose your two centre backs in a midfield player and expect to fucking still, especially when they are literally that was the difference. Those three players were the difference from last season, and then we've just gone back to last. Although, well, he's playing. We've got last season's players currently playing, but they can't play the way he wants them to play. But he's
They
still
couldn't play the
gonna
last
play
way
like
either.
No. So when you've got Ben Davis, Højbjerg, and bloody the old clodder on there, Dyer, what the fuck do you expect?
Mm.
They can't play, but they're still playing the same football. That game against Chelsea was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Down to 9 men and still absolutely going for it.
What was
still
going
caned
on?
them. How we lost because they just ran out of steam in the end. But
yeah, of course.
There was a lot of injury time.
Astonishing. Watford was, I think, was it Watford or Wolves? Wolves was pretty shit. But the game, we should have won that game the other night. That was fucking stupid. Son had 3 offsides disallowed, and it was a Nats, wasn't it? All 3 were VAR overturned decisions. Hit the post twice.
And I had him
3 goals.
And I just
had
bought
18
him,
chances.
put him in as captain too. That's brutal.
I've had him as my captain for a few weeks. He hasn't been doing too bad, but the last couple of games he's been off it. There's this bloke playing in the Bundesliga that's quite good. We should try and get him.
Yeah.
He's only got 22 goals.
Can you imagine if he'd stayed? Oh,
what a team we would have had. That would have been unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's just Tottenham.
Yeah,
just Tottenham, that is. Finally get a manager that's going to play the way that will literally get him 50, 60 goals a season, and we sell him. Unbelievable. But there you go.
You spent the money well. You spent the money well.
Yeah.
So far.
Vicario's good. Good keepers. The keeper got a keeper shirt on. The keeper's fucking something else. He is bloody good.
Yeah. I've been looking at him. Maybe I'll put him in my team, but then obviously things.
He's in my team. Yeah, he's still one of the highest.
Yeah. He gets a lot of save points, a lot of bonuses points, like his passing and all that stuff gives him a lot of bonus points. So he's not a bad asset in the FPL still.
But we've got Man City next, so here we go. 4 in a row. It's going to
Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Everyone's captaining Haaland this week.
yeah, I think he's going to get hatful. So
I'm not convinced.
It is what it is.
We'll see. I sold him.
If we get top 5,
shut up.
Top
yes.
5
Did you not notice?
You've sold Haaland?
Yeah, I played my wild card last week.
I did not notice this.
I sold Haaland and I brought in Son and some other
Are you
higher
for real?
priced midfielders and defenders. Yeah.
Have you got Salah?
Yes.
Right.
Salah,
So you still
Son,
got.
Ollie Watkins.
Oh, he's fucking Watkins. Did you have him before Villa
He's
played
showing a
Tottenham?
yellow flag at the moment. Like might
He
be
is.
injured.
He's
Yeah,
not
he's not
playing.
playing.
He's probably not going to play.
No.
But
He's
actually,
a
I've had
doubt.
Watkins in. I've had Watkins in for a while, but yeah, I'm playing the. I'm harvesting the Haaland money now into.
You can't get back to him with one transfer then.
No chance. Not a chance. No.
Oh,
No.
wow.
I've got
Okay.
some money in the kitty at the
But my
moment.
wild
I think
card
I've
was
got
about to
£1
run
million.
out, so I don't
Well,
know.
you
We'll
get a
see.
new one in January, I suppose. Can we can put him
Yep.
back in when you were
We'll see.
suffering over it.
We'll see.
There's 7 game weeks in December,
Right.
despite obviously there only being like 4 and a bit weeks in the month.
Mm.
So it's a bit mental, December. So there probably is going to be times when players aren't playing through December, even though like they are fit, but they'll be fucked because they're playing so many games. Obviously, there's still another Champions League game for the people in the or another European game for all the teams that are in Europe. And is there a League Cup as well for some people? I think that might be another League Cup round in the month or something stupid.
They're on the semis now, or the quarters are on now?
It's pretty because that goes quite early, doesn't it? So like because they have the final in like March time, don't they? So
yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Are we done with football?
Can do.
Right. Let's move on. Going to the listener stuff. Master Blackthorn says, after finishing Lords of the Fallen and Starfield recently, I've been in a bit of a gaming funk, even though I have started Assassin's Creed Mirage. Is there a game that's a go-to for getting you out of one, or just playing whilst you wait for something else to take your fancy? Have a good show. Tatty ta for now, butties.
Butties.
Yeah, is there a go-to? I don't know if I've got a go-to anymore. I have noticed a lot of the time now, if I'm sitting at my desk, I'll look back through my Steam library and see if there's something I fancy firing up. Bizarrely, well, not bizarrely, but now the download speeds are so great. I can download games from 5 or 10 years ago in a few minutes and be up and playing them. Right, so it's
be on Skyrim soon. Then is that what you're saying?
I can't even. How big do you think Skyrim is?
No, it's about 10 gig or something. Yeah.
10 gig.
No,
right,
I don't know. Not if you've got the 4K assets and the anniversary edition.
Oh
and all
yeah,
that
okay,
shit on
yeah,
it. It's
yeah. I
about
don't have any of
70
that.
gig, I think.
Really?
I'm only 1080p,
Wow.
so but I could go away and have a cup of tea and play it if I wanted to.
Would you though?
No.
When you say you've got super fast internet, what is your internet now? Because we've got 1 gig internet, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, 900.
No, I think it's half that.
910.
I think it's 500 or 600 or something.
It's fast enough.
Okay.
It's definitely fast enough. Yeah. You guys got any go-tos?
I don't know. I just probably flick around Game Pass if I'm looking for something new. I've
changed my opinion on Game Pass recently.
You're not a fan.
On there, there's some utter shit on there. I've got it free for 2 years with me BT.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so I've still got it, but I think I might have considered being in it recently. There's been some shit on it. Even the AAAs that are come out ain't been particularly brilliant. Forza, for example.
That was alright. I like that.
Waited so long for that. Do you?
Yeah, but you prefer Horizon, don't you? You don't like racing, proper racing.
No, I like to be able to smash things up
and not stop. Like don't stop if you hit a brick wall. Just carry on.
I think if I've the Mario Kart, I go back to a lot. If I've got nothing to play, that would be a thing I'll pick up. Because we're still getting tracks from the bloody track pack.
Is that finished now? Or is there still one to go?
The last one, I think it might have come this week or last week. But yeah, that's taken 2 years.
Have you done the?
I've done the old classic.
Thing?
Right, paid for it last year when all the tracks started coming out, thinking, I might as well just pay for a year and I'll get it all. And then I stopped paying for it, and then thought, bollocks, I'm going to lose all these tracks now, aren't I? So then I paid for the tracks. So I can pay for it twice, really.
Yeah, at least you don't have to fanny about with all that every year now. Because I don't know, like you was playing Super Mario Wonder, weren't you? But Like, have you done any online stuff in that? Or
No,
did you
but
know?
it'll be in my
Yeah,
things to
yeah,
talk about. So,
yeah. So
Mm.
yeah,
All
I
right.
haven't had the online on the Switch, but yeah, I've got a fucking stack of stuff on Steam, and there's fucking loads of games on Game Pass. I just dabble in a bit of pieces. Bought loads
Yeah.
of new games recently as well. So in the sales, so I've got new stuff which I'm
there's
looking
plenty to
forward to.
play. It's just whether
Yeah,
you want to play it. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether you can be
yeah,
asked to
Yeah.
try
Actually,
and
I
some of the
just
stuff.
I must admit I felt in a bit of a funk. I've just been so busy or whatever, then I'm in a bit of a like shit. I just want to section off and play something. So I put Tears of the Kingdom back in. I want to get that finished.
yes,
You know, just lose myself in a Zelda game, walking around and
Yeah.
whatever, which will be nice.
good, good. Yeah,
Yes,
where have you got your Switch now?
down here on the main TV. Is it the main TV? I don't know. Yeah, I
It is
guess
for you, I guess.
it is for us scrubs in the basement.
Yeah,
All right, thanks, Master Blackthorn, much apprecited. And from Lord, he says, "Evening gaming seals, or whatever you decide to call yourselves. It's time for another well-researched quiz. I think you should do well this week. Keep up the good work and have a great week. Up the seals." Thank you, Lord. All right, we ready for a quiz?
yes. It could be time for a quiz.
Question number 1. Which game begins in New Junk City? Which game begins in New Junk City?
Oh, I think I know this actually.
Well, I didn't think it was called that, but is that Super Mario Odyssey?
No, that's Donk, New
Yeah, that's
Donk
what I
City.
thought. It was New Donk
Mm,
City.
I think I know what it is because I used to play it quite a bit back in the day.
Go on then.
I think it's is it Earthworm Jim? I think it's what it is.
Wow, I didn't know that because I hadn't played that.
Wow, I don't know.
Well, maybe it
I
is.
think it is. I just one of them things. I think I probably played it on Amiga or something fucking silly like that.
All right.
I have no
Are
idea.
we going to go with Pilches? Then we'll
Well,
play as a team, shall we?
yeah, we'll go with that because I haven't got an answer. But
Okay. Number 2, in what gaming console can Helix, a music video game, be played? In what gaming console can the music video game Helix be played?
No, I ain't got a clue.
don't remember that one. Is it
No.
a DS or something like that?
Helix. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure
A
I'd
music
remember
video
that
game.
from around that. I mean, I sort of kept an eye on music stuff. There was some stuff on the PlayStation that was pretty neat.
Doesn't ring any
Don't
bells. I
think
got to
it
be
used
honest.
to be. Apart from the big garage bandy type things that were on Xbox, I
Yeah,
can't think.
it was Hexic was the thing that came with your 360, but that was not
That
that
wasn't
wasn't
music,
music.
though, was it?
No,
But
it's probably
no,
bloody something to do with Nintendo, isn't it? Some silly thing.
Mm.
don't know.
All right, somebody take a
Don't know.
stab.
I don't know. On the Dolphin. What was the Dolphin called?
The Dolphin.
64.
Oh, the
Echo.
Sega.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was the
The Mega
code name for
Drive.
the. Yeah. 64.
Oh,
I'll say
Dolphin was the GameCube, wasn't it?
GameCube, yeah. That's what yeah, just say GameCube then. That sounds.
What's
Yeah,
a
say
dolphin got to
GameCube.
do with it?
Oh,
That was
that was the code name for it, wasn't it?
Oh, is that
I
why the
think,
emulator's called Dolphin?
yes,
probably.
Ah,
most likely. Okay, question 3. Call of Duty Roads to Victory is for what video game console?
Okay, so I've never heard of this, so it's got to be on a handheld
I think
because
it
I've
could be.
played every other.
I think it could be DS.
I was going to go Wii.
There wasn't a Call of Duty on a DS, was there?
Nintendo Wii.
You'd be surprised, and they were throwing that IP out everywhere when it was at its height.
It won't be Wii because we had the had World at War.
It had proper ones, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
junk though, weren't they?
I don't know. I used to quite like it with the old point and click with the nunchucks and shit. That
Oh
was
yeah, I
pretty.
know.
That
I
was
never
quite
played
good.
them. I just thought I heard they weren't that up to
They
snuff.
didn't look very good because I had a 360 at the same time and it looked horrendous compared. But it was good fun playing it with it as you point and click. It was quite good. So what did we decide? I think it's got to be a handheld because I've never heard of it. What
I
else
can't
would have been
remember.
at
There
the
was a
handhelds?
Vita,
What could have
PSP,
played?
PSP.
There you go. Go for PSP.
So that
It's got to
definitely
be
had
something like
different
that.
games on. That had different games on.
let me do this here. I think it might be the Nintendo DS. So if you want to just take a blind stab at
Are
something
you
else.
just going to say definitely it's the DS?
No, I'm not saying definitely. I think it might be.
I'm just the guest,
like-
but I'm going with Neil.
All right, go ahead.
I had a DS. I never saw a Call of Duty on a DS.
All right,
It's
Neil,
got to
what
be
did
a
you say?
Sony something.
The
PSP.
Vita.
PSP. Yeah, not the Vita, the
PSP.
PSP.
All right.
There was a Killzone game on the Vita that was good, but I don't remember Call of Duty being on the Vita. But I can imagine there being because PSP had some, like it had the Metal Gear game that was exclusive, didn't it?
Metal Gear Acid.
I thought it was
Don't know.
Snake Eater.
I
or
never had
something.
one, so
Wasn't that?
Snake Eater was no. Sons.
There was one that was just PSP. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, okay, let's have some answers.
Right, answers. New Junk City is the beginning area of Earthworm Jim. Well done, Pilch.
Well done, Pilch.
Good job, you
All
were it.
right.
The gaming console on which you can play Helix, a music video game, is a Nintendo Wii.
Oh, we went old school, didn't we?
Yes. So, Call of Duty Road to Victory is for PSP.
Oh, no way, really? Well
Come
done.
on.
Okay. Can't argue with that.
I'd say 2.5 there. We get half a point for getting the right.
We're on the right,
surely.
yeah, the right ecosystem. Yeah. Yes, we did all right in the end.
Well done. Well,
Ish.
yeah. Sorry, I was going to
We
say
didn't get zero.
technically you could play GameCube games on the Wii, but that's not the right way around, is it? We need Wii games to be able to be played on the GameCube. Anyway, don't mind me. I'll just rant and ramble over here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lord. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's good. Well done, guys. 2 out of 3.
Good job, we were here, eh? No, we did get a 3 out of 3 a few weeks ago. But the week after we got 3 out of 3, we got a 0. So.
All right. Okay, let's move on to what we've been doing.
Speaking of quizzes, it was our monthly quiz at the Boot in Salisbury last night. Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you can remember, the previous quiz losers get to choose a specialist subject for one round of the quiz. And the previous losers for October chose video games as a subject.
Little did they know.
And me and my boy were just looked at each other and went, fucking result. So it's 10 questions per round. No, we didn't win. We came second because we got all of the video game questions right. Got 10 out of 10. And you get to play like a joker on one round. We didn't play it on video games. We played it on the chemical symbols round, which we got 10 out of 10 on as well. But we tied 66 points each with another team. But because they only had 2 people in their team and we had 4, we lost by 2 points because they take off however many. Whatever your score is, they take off however many people in your team.
Can't argue with that, can you?
So.
It's not your fault they haven't got any friends.
Well, that's true.
Pilch's going to argue with that.
Yeah, fuck them. Bring a whole team or tough shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. If we'd have got, obviously, if we'd have got, we needed 3 more questions right. I reckon we probably should have done that, to be honest.
What was the prize?
60
leg
quid.
Of lamb or something.
60 quid.
Oh, 60.
It's not bad.
I would have thought that.
No, it's a winner takes all. There's no second prize.
Oh, second is the first loser.
Yes, they do have a bonus competition. Like they had 60 odd quid, I think, for that, and it was like which of the chemical elements that they'd named had the lowest number. And I was like,
hydrogen.
Well, that wasn't in there. It was lithium, which is 3 apparently. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so we've got another quiz this week, Wednesday, down the Christmas quiz at the Hare, the local. So
nice.
I have to get down to this quiz. It sounds like it's quite an easy one to do.
Yeah, well,
we'll have to bring a team up.
We've got 10 video game questions right. It must be you lot that are shit at video game questions because we did 10 out of 10 the other day. There was a lot of Super Mario and Nintendo related questions. So
yeah, it's because they want
They went for
Joe
the
Public.
big
They want
market.
Joe Public to be able to get a few.
Yeah. So
Fair enough. Okay. Anything else?
I've got some new replacement armrests for my chair because they were all split. Well, that's not very exciting.
Living the dream, mate.
Exactly. I had to fucking pay for it, though.
I had to repair my son's I call it a gaming chair, his chair. I had to sew it. It was starting to split.
Ooh, check you
Yeah, I
out.
know.
You can't sew
Repair.
mine. It's like fucking that PU leather shit. So it would just split. And I was like, I ain't getting sewn. It was properly like all like sharp when it splits.
This was actually this was actually a stitch that had come out, so I had to redo that. But I was pleased I did that.
You are Mr. Thrifty, aren't you?
Save a bit of coin. Yeah, mate, I tell you what, the chairs aren't, they're not that old. The problem is he doesn't sit in them properly, right? He slouches in all over the place.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. You've been up to anything else?
Not really. Sleeping bad again.
I went pinball, didn't I, last weekend again? The Ontario Open had 2 tournaments.
Ooh, that makes it sound pretty fancy.
It is fancy, really. Yeah, I did I didn't enter the main tournament because I couldn't.
You're not good enough.
Well, I'm definitely not good. I am good enough to enter it. My money's good.
Is it that?
But I was busy.
You're a bit thrifty though.
I was busy on the main day. Well, not thrifty enough because I paid for 2 tournaments. I entered the side tournament on the Friday night, which was notable for a couple of reasons. One, because I fucking did horrendous, like literally fucking touching the bottom of the table, the worst. But I didn't really care. I was just there. I treated it more as I just wanted to play pinball. Plus, I got disqualified in one of my matches.
How did you get disqualified?
Mate.
Did you rage? Did you rage?
No. So what happened was I was playing. I went on the Friday night because I really wanted to play Batman, right? So as soon as I got there, I went straight to the Batman machine, and I was playing over and over and over and over and over. And then sometimes on some games, they're only single-player games, so you play the whole game. And we were starting the match, and for some reason, I thought I was on a single-player game, and I started it. So I started, my ball drained, and then for some reason, my brain just went, well, go again. But it wasn't my turn. It was somebody else's turn. So I took somebody else's ball.
Oh.
And on any given day, it was probably 50-50. I caught it as well. And so he probably could have just played on, but he exercised his right to disqualify me, and fair play to him, right? So
was it you were 1v1ing?
That was 1v4. It's 4-player. But I just put my hands out. I just went, just to disqualify me, don't fucking argue it, don't whatever, I'm done, right? Fine. I didn't give a shit. I was playing so bad. I didn't give a fucking shit.
You had to strap on.
It. Oh, I still got the strap on now when I start thinking about it. But I went back. I went back on Sunday for another tournament, which was a 3 strikes tournament. So that was you play, and if in groups of 4, and if you come 3rd or 4th, you get a strike. And then the next round, if you get 3rd or 4th, you get a strike, and so on and so on. 3 strikes, you're out. I think I struck out my first 2 games, and I was like, "You fucking kidding me? This is not good." And then I don't know how I did it. I hung on like from the skin of my teeth, and I finished mid-table, so I was okay with that. So lots of pinball. I did see people who had played the whole weekend. They looked hooked, man. They looked so knackered and tired and up to their eyeballs, and like the nights are late, the days are long. But it was a brilliant tournament. It was just brilliant. It was great fun. So that was good. And I think I'm trying to think there was something else I was going to mention, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Put our Christmas tree up yesterday.
Yeah, we've got ours up.
Pilch has got his up. We can see.
Yeah.
One in the
How many have you got?
One upstairs.
3.
3.
How many?
I've got 3.
Wow.
I've only got 1.
This is a dog-proof one here because there's nothing 3 foot below it. It's just.
Do you have cats
so the
like
dog
dogs?
can't rip the pieces down there. Otherwise, half that stuff wouldn't be on the tree by the end of the day.
So I'm sure there was something. Sorry, I know there was something else I was going to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. So What have you been up to, Pilch? Anything to talk about?
Well, January, I no, I'm not going to go for the whole year. Right, I'll just quick summarise. What have I been doing? Changed my job.
All right.
Still Tesco's, but now I'm in the petrol station, which
Okay.
is miles better because I get to sit there all evening. Say all evening. I only do 2 days. Semi-retired, don't I? So can't do too much. I changed. That was April. I've been up there since April. I
So
bought a
you're
new
just in like
car.
are you in the kiosk dealing with people when they come up and then whatever?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and just a general
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stocking and restocking, and it's like a little store really. Yeah, still got everything's there. Still needs doing, but no one bothers you. Manager comes up once a week if you're lucky to have a
Right.
little nose round, and so you just get on with it, and it's quite good because in the evenings I just sit there with my phone watching the football or watching YouTube or something. And serve a customer, go back to my phone.
Right,
That's
right.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
job gets done okay.
Yeah, still get paid the same as lugging all the stuff down in the
Do you not
store
get
like I
paid a bit
used
more
to.
over there?
No,
Hmm.
no. Should do because we're responsible for a lot more, but no. But it doesn't matter. Customer
Nah.
services get paid more, bastards, but we don't.
Well, you could go there if you wanted to. But would you want to go
I
there?
could go there, but no, it's fucking horrendous. That's the worst
You
job
have
in
to
the
deal with
fucking
right
store, isn't it?
scumbags there, don't you? All the arseholes go there.
So I've changed my car. I had a Mini Cooper Cabriolet, Cooper S before. And I've now got a R-Bar 595 SA.
SASA? What's that bit?
Yeah, well, SS. SASA is Italian. Super Sport, basically. It's the top of
Nice.
the range one. Got carbon fibre seats, mechanical limited slip diff, a Krapovich twin exhausts,
All right.
How quick does it go
white
then?
super light wheels. Sorry?
How quick is it?
That's quite quick. It's quick enough.
You must be able
I
to
bet the
throw that
top end's
around
not
then.
very high though, is it? It'd be like a 120 max.
142, I
Ooh,
think it
you
does.
wouldn't want to go 140 in one of them.
No. I've done it once so far.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
It's
Just don't
like
go around a
it's
corner.
so good on the little roads. It is absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And it sounds just if you go on YouTube and put in 595 a Krapovich exhaust, it's fucking loud. There's a bloke across the road's got a Dodge Ram truck, and all the neighbours used to complain about it until
No,
I
they'll
got
complain about
mine.
you.
Mine. They're stupid loud, but it's just a bit of fun. I don't drive very often, so I don't have to drive to work or anything. So just get it out on a Sunday, take it out for a blast, give it a wash, put it back in the garage.
Right.
Like all my cars are. That's all I ever do with them. So I wash them more than I drive them. So
Yeah.
so that's good. I've bought a new telly this month. Actually,
Ooh.
I've finally gone OLED,
Which one?
65-inch Samsung
Yeah.
S95.
Ooh. You get
Fucking
on the Black Friday,
gorgeous.
did you?
Oh, mate, right. So it come out in February, this telly. And I said to Mrs. I need a new telly. I've got a 55-inch QLED in here in this room, which I play my games on. And upstairs we only had a 49-inch Sony. It was still LED. It was still quite a newish one. It's only about 3 years old.
Basically trash though.
But yeah, oh yeah, God, yeah. I've been here 5 years. I've had 4 tellies in this house. So I said, our room upstairs is fucking stupid big, and the telly was too small. If you sit over the far end of the room, you just can't fucking see it. Especially when I'm sitting 6 foot away from a 55-inch down here, and then go up there and you're 20 foot away from a 49-inch. It's just so I never went upstairs. So I said, these tellies come out in February. So I took the missus down to Curry's and I said, "What do you think to that telly?" And she goes, "Well, it's fucking beautiful, but it's 3.5 grand. You ain't having that." So I said, "Well, I'll wait until it gets a bit cheaper." I've just bought one. So what's that? 8 months later? Less than 8 months. £2,100 it's gone down to.
That's
So I
something,
said,
eh?
yeah. So I said, "It's only £2,100." She goes, "Oh, Go and have another look at it. I said, don't bother. It's coming tomorrow.
You can have a look at it tomorrow when I'll put it up.
Mate, it's fucking... You can't believe how much telly's changed even in a couple of years.
No.
The one I've got down here, that's a Samsung as well. That was the first 120 hertz panel that they made. And I bought it because when I bought the Xbox. But in 3 years, I look at this one now and it looks fucking horrendous compared to that. It's unbelievable. And it's like literally this.
Yeah, they're mad,
Mate,
aren't they?
don't ever come and see my television in my basement.
It's
Awful. I
fucking
look at it and I'm
You've
just
still
like,
got a plasma.
it
from
is
like
no, it's
20.
not. It's like it's but I mean it's like Insignia. Have you ever heard of that brand?
No.
No, probably not. No.
Is that a
I
Canada
got
special?
this telly from
It's everything you expect from a brand called Insignia.
I got it from Richer Sounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a 6-year warranty. It came with 500 quid
Soundbar.
surround bar and all that shit, which I already had that. I've got one sitting. I've got a 49-inch telly and a Atmos soundbar sitting behind my sofa in the lounge at the moment because I don't know what to do with it. So it come with that. I got 200 quid cash back from Samsung. It's 18 months interest-free credit, and I also got a year's worth of Apple TV, 6 months of Disney, and 3 months of Paramount for all included.
Basically, it was free.
Yeah, it was basically free. Yes.
The whole thing just cost you nothing.
So it's 100 quid a month for 18 months, and I mean I couldn't pay for it, but it's better in my bank than in theirs. So
nice.
but
I was eyeing
fucking
that up.
it is gorgeous, mate.
Yeah,
I've been to a couple of I don't know what's happened, but it seems like over the last few weeks, every time I go to somebody's house, they've got TVs that are just phenomenally large. And I went to my boss's house yesterday, and he had 85. I don't think I just 85-inch
85.
TV. Like I just looking at it, going, holy crap, that is big, man, in a living room.
55 is the smallest you can get now. Of the new, obviously you can get older ones, but the new ones, they're 55, 65, 77, 85, and 90. That's all you can buy now. You can't buy a telly smaller than 55 inches.
So
unless you get one that's like 3 or 4 years old. Mate, I remember so little fucking...
Yeah.
I remember getting a 21-inch widescreen TV and thinking it was the absolute bollocks.
It was.
Yes.
It was so, mate.
Yeah,
Well,
but
also,
it was 21 inches that
enormous.
way and 21 inches that way. Well, look at the fucking back of it. It's in the middle of the room, wasn't it?
It was a 21-inch cube.
How heavy was it?
Fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this new one's got a one connect thing. It's only it's just all the gubbins. You can put it in the cupboard. It's not in the telly. So you just have one cable going to the screen. So literally the whole panel is just like 5 mil thick.
Then there's the speakers at the bottom.
Point. Yeah, speakers go all the way across the back.
Yeah.
And all the way along the bottom. It's got like 12 speakers in it. But because I've got Samsung soundbar as well, they all work together.
Yeah. So,
because the previous one, the Sony one I had, if you had the soundbar on, it shut down. You had to turn the sound off on the telly. It was one or the other. But this called Q Symphony, and it all works together.
It's like being at a cinema.
Glorious. Mate, it's unbelievable.
Do you watch?
Unbelievable.
You just watch telly on it. You don't play video games on it, or have you plugged the Xbox in? For a bit.
Right.
And gone, fucking hell.
This is my issue now. This is my problem, because now I'm thinking, why am I playing?
Better get another one
on this little telly when I should be. I should be. It's got Game Pass on it because it's got the Xbox app, but it's horrendous. I didn't realise. Here's the thing. I didn't realise because I've got a Series X. When you do Game Pass, you can't. You can't download anything, can you? Do you have to play it? It's all streaming if you're doing it on
the TV,
on a telly. Yeah. So I thought, right, I've got an Xbox One that's not doing anything. I'll put that up there, and then I can download the games from Game Pass and play them. You can't download, even if you've got an Xbox, you can't download the X and S versions of the game.
It won't work.
No.
Yeah.
old
So you've still got to
generation.
stream it anyway. So there's no point having
You just have to
an
buy
Xbox
another
anymore.
Xbox. You can buy one of them for like 350
Right?
quid.
This is what's going to happen. So there's going to be a nice new S is going to come down to this little telly here, and my Series X is going to go up on the big telly.
Nice. Call of Duty is going to
But
look amazing.
but the Switch is up there. I can't. This is a bit disappointing. I'm a bit gay. The Wii has gone finally because
It's
I've not
died.
got no fucking. I ain't got no
Can't plug it into
component
anything.
connections anymore. Yeah.
You can get.
That's a very good point because I could switch this TV out and put a nice sort of big, nice modern, better TV there, and then the next thing you know, I go to hook up the Wii and I can't do it. And I'll be
Right,
like,
because if that's a fucking big problem.
The
no,
Wii is in a
I
box.
just literally
I
unhooked
still
the
play it
Wii
all the time.
yesterday. Just unhooked the
I
Wii
play the
yesterday.
Unhooked
Wii.
it.
We play the Wii all the
Yeah.
time.
Wow.
Mine's in a little box.
You are
No,
weirdos.
I'm not joking. Like the component is a cable that I make
You
use
can.
of.
I
Right?
had an HDMI. I bought an HDMI thing. I swear for my Wii. You could. It was an extra
A
thing you had to
converter.
buy. Yeah. No, it was like a Nintendo cable you could buy. I'm sure.
No, you had no. It started off with just a normal
Or
aerial
maybe it was a SCART.
thing, and then it went to component. Because if you do it on component, it's 720i.
Maybe it was that.
And if you did it
I
on,
definitely
if you'd
bought an
used
extra
the
cable.
original, yeah, your component, red, blue, green, left
Maybe
and
it was
right.
that. Right,
Yeah,
maybe it was
because it
that.
made
Yeah,
it 720i
yeah.
instead of 480p.
Total
Or
garbage.
the other way
Yeah.
around. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it would look fucking horrendous on my telly now anyway. So
Yeah,
it would be
these
unplayable.
OLEDs and that, they do magic. They do magic with old stuff. They make old
Well,
stuff
the
look
Switch
alright.
is connected to it, and that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
On Mario Wonder looks the colours on it are just, it's just so good. But Mario Kart not quite so good.
Mm.
So especially if you're doing 4 screen, because it just
Well,
you
you've
lose
got a
so
big
much
enough
of the
telly to have 4
detail.
screens.
Yeah, but you lose too much detail. That's the trouble. Because it knocks down the resolution, doesn't
It's
it? When
not
you're
such a
playing
big
Mario
deal for
Kart.
Mario Kart, though, is it? Really?
When you get your 65-incher down here, mate, you put it on and tell me.
All right.
That's probably me done. I haven't really got anything else to talk about.
No, okay, all right. Well, I
I've just
suppose
booked tickets for Silverstone.
Ooh.
Going to the Grand Prix, £580 for a
What's that
3-day
for
ticket.
3 days? Fucking hell. Is that grandstands? Yeah. Like good stand?
Yeah, Luffield Corner, yeah. Going with Daisy. Daisy went to Barcelona this year. For some reason, I've been trying to get my kids to watch the Grand Prix for like 15 years. Not fucking chance. All of a sudden, Daisy's watching every single Grand Prix. Daisy, why are you watching every Grand Prix? Oh, I love the Grand Prix.
It's all the hot boys in it.
So she likes Alonso, which she's 19. How old's Alonso? 30 something?
Well, he's older than that, and he's 40 something.
Anyway, so
Lewis Hamilton's about 37.
She goes, "Oh, I'm going to go to the Barcelona Grand Prix, Dad, this year." What? I've never been to a Grand Prix. I've been to millions of racing things, but I've never been to a Grand Prix. So she's gone off to Barcelona with her mate. Comes back. "Oh, Dad, we've got to go to a Grand Prix. We've got to go to a Grand Prix." I said, "I'm getting too fucking old. I'm not going to camp somewhere for 3 days with people pissing and spewing up all over the tent every night." And so she said,
"Not Glastonbury."
Mate, I'll tell you, that is what it's like. I've been to the Le Mans 24-hour, and it's horrendous.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Well, I go every 2 years to the Classic, and that's a bit more tame.
Right.
That's for the
old more civilized, is it?
Bit for the old folk.
Yeah. So she's been going on and on and on about me going to a Grand Prix. So we went to Silverstone 2 weeks ago to the museum. Which she said, "Oh, can we go to the museum for my birthday?" So we went out to Milton Keynes. Lovely up there, isn't it? Went to Silverstone, and when we come back, she said, "Come on, Dad, let's go to Silverstone next year." So we booked the tickets, but we're not slumming it because I'm taking my mum and dad's 50 grand motorhome.
Yes, that's the
Oh,
only way
nice.
I could do it, I reckon.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
missus has said
So
about it before, and I'm just like, I can't be doing that. It's too. It'd be pissing down probably or
I've said,
something.
it's a one-off thing. It's just so much money.
Yeah.
It's cost but with just for the pitch 4 days for a campsite, it's 250 quid because it's Grand Prix weekend. So it's cost 57, about 800 quid each,
Fucking
and
hell,
that's
it's mental,
without
isn't it?
paying for anything yet. Yeah, but
Then you've got to
there'll
eat the
be a
dodgy food
nice
when you get there. Then
bonding father. Yeah, yeah. So be a nice little father-daughter bonding thing, which don't get many of them now. She's 19, so.
Good
I barely
stuff.
see my daughter.
And I
She's
made
17.
sure she paid for her half because she
Nice.
works in Tesco's as well now.
So does mine.
That's it.
Okay.
We better move on. Go on.
All right.
Right,
Well, let's go on.
What are you wanting to do? Are you needing your break or what?
Not right now. I don't think so. So for the listeners, my mother-in-law's visiting. She's going to be going in a minute, so I'm going to have to duck out. Let's just carry on. I'll just duck out when it's all
I'll be
happening. And
going through my 100 games that I've got to talk about.
yeah, no worries. Do you want
Do
to
you want
start
to get
us
yours
off
out of the
then?
way then?
I can get my one. Yeah, I'll get my one out of the way. I mean, I've been playing Hunt. The season's finished. It's business as usual.
No.
The Gary Defo and I have been running wild in duos as much as possible, jumping in with games with some of the other guys too. It's been there's lots of people playing at the moment. It's fun. Got a chicken dinner yesterday in PUBG actually, which is
Who got you the chicken
good. I got the final 2 kills. I'll have you know, Neil can wind up merchant.
dinner? So you with Arnie, were you?
I was with Arnie.
All right, yeah. That's how you got to the last 2 kills in the first place.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
How many kills did he have? Sorry.
I think he had 4.
That's quite low for him.
Yeah, he did have a 6 kill
Well,
game.
he
The
let
other
Fraser get the other 2, so he would have got
fucking
6.
hell. You guys fucking whatever. Anyway. Anywho. But what I've been playing most of this week, shockingly, is Zen Pinball on the iOS. So I have just I pretty much had got I was still playing a lot of Williams Pinball on the iOS, which I still rate as extremely fantastic. But I was like, there must be some more pinball games for me to play. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go back to Zen Pinball. The thing about the Zen Pinballs is the physics is just great. They are the only ones who really have nailed the physics in pinball simulators that I have seen on console. And maybe there's some stuff in the virtual pinball community that's better. But Zen Pinball with the Williams remakes just nailed it. And on the iPad, it just plays and works so well on the iPad that I'm considering buying a bigger iPad just to play pinball.
What?
And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a look at Zen Pinball. I was just jonesing for some more tables. And I've been playing, and I've sort of kept away from like Zen Pinball's tables, you know, the ones that they've made.
You play? I've got all the Star Wars ones, I think.
Yeah, the Star Wars ones, they have those. There's a Jaws, there's
Marvel.
Sorcerers. Yeah, there's tons of Marvel. So there's tons of Marvel, tons of Star Wars, a couple of other tie-ins, Back to the Future, whatever.
Plants vs Zombies.
All that. And then there's that, and then they have a lot of their own tables like Sorcerer's Lair, Epic Quest. I think is another one that I've been playing, and I sort of was not really paying attention to those tables. I was like, well, those are made up tables. They have lots of things that happen in them that aren't, you know, like real tables. Same goes for the Star Wars ones. Like, I just started, but I started picking up some of the Zen tables, and some of them are fucking brilliant, right? You know, some of them, not so sure, but the ball physics work well, and I've got hundreds of hours now of experience with the Williams, and it carries straight over. So within the week, I've become top of the leaderboards, and everybody that is on my leaderboards, and not that there are many. So if you're on iOS Game Pass or whatever the fuck they call it, look
Game
me up.
Center.
Game Center or something, is it?
James, yeah.
And you want to get on the Zen Pinball challenge with me, then please do. There's not a ton of people on there, but you can have a little bit of competition. And most of the Zen pinball tables as well, they're only 99 cents. So I just
really?
thumbprint, I'll buy that. Thumbprint, I'll buy that one. Although I did thumbprint, I'll buy that one, and it wasn't a 99-cent one; it was a $2.99 one. So I had to have a sit down.
Fucking hell. He's
I had
doing all right, isn't he?
Practically gave up drinking again after that.
Oh, I tell you, I've had to, I've had to have a sit down and chat with the wife about my overspending.
Yeah. No OLED TVs for Fraser.
No, it's rice all week, Samson. So yeah, but it was great. I can't stop playing it. I had to go drive somebody somewhere yesterday and had to wait for like half an hour. I knew I was going to have to wait, so I took my iPad. I had to go pick him up from the hospital. Just took my iPad, playing pinball in the car. I was just happy, just playing pinball away. I've got it bad, boys. It's really bad.
You have.
And it was interesting when I went to the tournament. People were just like, have you, you talk to people between games and meet people. Met tons of people. And you talk to them, and my conversation was, they always be like, "Oh, have you got machines at home?" I'm like, "No, I haven't got any machines at home, not yet." Thinking about it, only really got into it this year. They're like, "Oh yeah, you only got into it this year." And I was like, "Yeah, I've played for a long time, but seriously, this year, basically, I'm obsessed, and I've got it really bad." And nobody bats an eyelid when you say that, right? They're just like, "Oh, it's
Because they're all
that."
freaks there.
Yeah. Oh, you're going through that, are you? Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
I just see on the Steam homepage today, Zen Pinball M.
Oh yeah.
Which is new apparently,
Ooh.
and you get one free table. They're all horror themed.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, there's a Duke Nukem table, and then there's like Chucky, and The Thing, and something else I can't remember. And then you get one like Zen Pinball style table for free included.
Yeah.
And it's totally free to download, and then it's like 16 quid, I think, for all of the current tables you can buy.
Yeah, I may have a look at that. Again, the winner is the iPad because it's just pick up and play, and it's just the right orientation, and the lag off the screen is non-existent. It works so brilliantly. But I will say the most interesting thing.
Arcade. You not got Apple Arcade?
Ooh. He doesn't do subscriptions.
No, I don't. Should I have a look then? It's in Apple Arcade, is it? It might be.
21 amazing tables away. Zen Pinball, Apple Arcade. Does that sound about right? 21 tables? How many have you bought?
I've bought probably about 5 or 6. But I'll have a look, see what they offer.
Probably got a free trial for 3 months somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. But it's interesting, I was looking online. I checked the Zen pinball tables because they were all cheap. I was like, I'll buy a few of those. So I did a bit of research and went on, looking up what tables do people recommend. And it's just interesting. People were like, "Oh yeah, this table's really good. This table's really good." So I downloaded a couple that were recommended, but I found another table that nobody recommended, and I thought this is even better than all those. Just feels like it plays just great if you're into. But as well, you can be a player who prefers a type of experience to another type of experience on a pinball table, right? I like this table that I've been playing that no one else seems to care too much about because it's just tons and tons of loops and ramps and whatever. And some of the other tables that people recommended, there's too much going on.
They're too much video gaming.
A little bit too busy, that I can't. But the more you play it, then you start to adapt and read the table better and get used to it. So time served is a thing as well, right? So it was good. Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I fired up the Switch. I've got Tears of the Kingdom ready to finish. At some point, I am now ready to sit down on that sofa behind me and play Tears of the Kingdom.
Do you think you're close to the finish then?
Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell. Yes, I am close to the finish, I think. My Super Mario Wonder queue, my Super Mario Wonder queue at the library. Things are happening.
Are you into single digits yet?
Not quite. Not quite, but I mean, I think about 2 weeks ago, sitting at 35 or
Yeah.
something in the queue. I'm up to 15 already, mate.
Ooh.
I reckon I'm on target for having Mario Wonder before the end of the
Do you
year.
think people have just given up and bought it?
No, I think what happens is that tons of kids see it and go, "Oh, I'll pre-order it. I'll pre-order it. Request to reserve it or whatever." And then the email goes out, "Your copy's here." And then nothing fucking happens, right? And then so 2 days later, the library goes, "Oh, well, fuck you. Okay." And next in the queue, right? So that's way better, because what's worse is if people take them out, they've got them for a week plus, then it's a real. So it's looking good. I'm feeling
Yes.
pumped. It's coming. Library's going to deliver before that. Santa's bringing me a copy of Mario Wonder from the library. I am
Let's
super
hope they're still
excited.
open when it's available.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I'll get it over Christmas. Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, it
I
would
just
be a good
posted
game for
my
Christmas.
copy.
They work. Do they work? Multi-region and all that?
Yeah,
Not
and they're
protected?
not region locked anymore, are they?
I don't know.
Don't think they are.
I'm not so sure about that.
Okay.
I have a feeling my son went to buy a game in the UK this year and couldn't because it was the wrong region.
Or for Switch.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were locked anymore, but okay. Perhaps they must. But perhaps it's just
No.
America versus Europe then.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's region locked again. I think Nintendo just to the beat of their own drum, right? They don't care.
No.
You don't have to care.
No.
No.
They
So
don't.
that's pretty much what I've got. So if I get interrupted, then I'm done.
Coolio. Right, well,
Take
how
it
many
away,
games have you
Neil.
got, Mr. Pilch? I've got that's 5 or
About
6.
3 or 4.
All right.
I'll
Right,
say
well,
4.
I'll go first then, and we'll
Well
go
then.
one. Take it in turns if that's all right with you.
Mhm.
Cool. So I talked last week about the game Gunbrella. I finished the game Gunbrella. It's not a very long game. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it was a good game. It was fun. It's like I said before, 2D side-on pixel art, a bit old-fashioned looking, from Devolve Digital, and I can't remember who actually makes the game, but I like a lot of their games. Devolve Digital make a lot of good games, or publish a lot of good games. They've got a bit of a reputation, and it fits in with what I consider one of their games. It's a bit ultra violent, but it's like Hotline Miami was super ultra violent, but it was very, it's over the top, like a bird's eye view pixel art type of game. But like every time, if you shot someone, there was blood and guts flying everywhere. This, like when you shoot people in this game, blood and guts are flying everywhere, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's only it says 5.9 hours it took me to finish it, and none of it wasn't particularly hard at any point. I don't recall dying over and over and over again at any point. It's not one of those games, but I enjoyed myself a lot. You're jumping around, you move fast, and I'd only really you get different ammo types throughout the game. Like you've got like an unlimited ammo supply of your shotgun. So you're jumping around and you just blam things with a shotgun and they explode largely. But then you've got like rifle bullets that can work in your gunbrella, which obviously have got a longer range on and stuff like that. And then there's like sticky bombs, grenades, and all sorts. And I didn't really play around with the extra ammo too much. There is a special ammo type that you get towards the end of the game because there's bad dudes that are like you can't hurt with normal ammo. Well, they keep coming back to life unless you've got like special ammo that kills them towards the end of the game. But that is also unlimited supply at the end of the game, so it doesn't make things too hard for you at any point in the game. It's just quite a lot of fun to just go around and do your platforming and problems, and then shoot the dudes and watch them turn into blood and guts and bones. And
you sort of switch off a bit while you're playing it.
yeah, it's pretty like it's not chill, but like you don't have to think too much about what you're doing and just get into a bit of a flow of the action. And yeah, it was good.
Where was this? Was it on Game Pass?
I got this on Steam for I think I might have bought this through Green Man Gaming for it was like £8 or something stupid when I bought it. It was in the sales.
Right.
I don't know what it is full price. It wasn't like a ridiculously low big discount on it, but yeah. And Gunbrella. It was a good 5 to 6 hours of just jumping around and blowing shit up. If you're into the story, there's an alright story there, but wasn't too bothered about the story. But yeah, like I said, the Gunbrella performs multifunctions. It's a gun and an umbrella, and the umbrella bit is like you use it as a shield to deflect bullets and stuff like that. And then
Can you
also,
jump off high bits and float down?
yes. And when you do a jump and then you open your umbrella, you get like a double jump when you open your umbrella and you zoom off in the direction you open your umbrella.
Okay,
And then you
all right.
float if you hold it open. So yes, it does that. It's cool.
It has to do that, doesn't it?
Yes. It's cool. Cool gimmick, and yes, enjoyable and not very long, and yeah, good. So that's Gunbrella done. Fraser's gone. So it's up to you, Pilch.
Fraser's gone. Well, this is the best opportunity to talk about Call of Duty then. Okay.
Which bit of Call of Duty are we taking? Which bit are we talking?
Modern Warfare 2.
2.
I have played 870 hours of Call of Duty since it came out a year ago. But I am now finished because Modern Warfare 3 has come out and they fucking reset everything, haven't they?
Yes.
I'm not going to buy it.
Well, it is a year.
It was meant to be 2 years, wasn't it? They weren't going to bring one out this year. I was getting a bit sick of it, to be fair. I bought the season pass, the first season pass, and I've maxed out every single season pass, so I've never had to buy one since it started, since the first one. And they normally give you, I don't know, it's about 3 months of each season, and I was doing it within a month, maxing out.
Were you still carrying on after that?
Guns. Yeah, because the reason I've stopped is because I can still play Modern Warfare 2 if I want. But the season pass, which I've got, I can still get 2 free season passes because I've got so many COD points that I still wouldn't have to pay for it, even if I didn't do any more of the passes. I could just buy it and not play it and then buy another one the next time. But the season pass isn't going to be part of Modern Warfare 2. It's only Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. And I wouldn't be able to rank up enough on just playing Warzone, so I'm not going to bother. I'm more pissed off that I was on my level rank was 1,140 something. And now that's just been wiped out. It's gone. It's wiped out. So
yeah.
So up until as soon as that, I turned it on the other. It must be a week ago. It came out, a bit more than that. And they've uninstalled my Modern Warfare 2 and installed Modern Warfare 3, even though I haven't bought it.
Thanks, lads.
Yeah, 160 gig of Modern Warfare 3,
which doesn't do anything.
So after a full year and yet another Elite controller has gone by the wayside.
Is this Elite 2? Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Oh. So they're no better.
Guess what happened? The fucking left bumper's broke.
Yeah, that's what happened to
It's not the end of the world. Yes, what happened with the other two of mine. The Series 1 versions. Yeah. The Series 2 is just the same. I mean, I've played it for 800 hours and other games. So normal gaming, that would probably last someone 3 years. But the saving grace is that I've changed the bumpers down to the levers, which actually is better anyway because it means you don't have to take your fingers off the triggers.
Yeah.
But so it still works, and it's better for racing games and other such likes because it's a lot easier just to use the paddles than it is to use the bumpers anyway. So the controller's all right, but Call of Duty's gone. So literally, that's all I've played. Literally didn't play anything else. And then I thought, oh, fuck it. Now I've got to find something to play. So everyone was talking about Dead Space, the remake.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll give that a little go. Well, I fucking completed it in a week.
In a week?
13 hours. I had 3 or 4 stints.
Did you put that on easy?
Hours. I didn't have it on hard, that's for sure.
Well, I had it on normal, I think.
It wasn't on the easiest. I think there was normal, and then there might have been 2 below that. So I was in between the 2. I wasn't on the standard setting, but I wasn't on the easiest either. Because I think there's about 4 or 5.
I can't remember. I just know that I was like, fuck this, I can't be asked.
I know you said you kept running out of ammo. I definitely only about twice I ran out of ammo. I always had more than that, or I had enough credits to buy ammo, because you get more ammo, you get more credits. Obviously, it don't take as much long to kill them. But I thought it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I was enjoying it, and then it just was not fun. All of a sudden,
I thought I was gonna. I was when I finished it, because it gets to a point and it says, "This is it. If you go through here now, you can't go back." And there was a few bits that I wanted to do, because not that I needed it, but I'd ranked up my character. His suit was fully ranked, and nearly all my weapons were fully upgraded as well.
I never had anywhere near enough money or anything to do with that shit.
Oh my god! Yeah, I was everything, mate. But
do you get extra nodes? Because I was like finding the fucking things you need to upgrade.
I kept buying them because I kept getting 10,000 every time I went to a store. But I could sell all my health because I never needed it, because I was never dying.
I wasn't getting that much stuff.
So as I was picking up health, I was getting like 3,000-4,000 credits for selling my health because I never needed it. So I was racking up. I had so much money in the end, it was stupid. But there was one thing, and I unlocked all the levels of security. And I was doing the little side. There wasn't many side quests, but there was about 3 or 4 little bits to do. So I was doing them as well before I wanted to complete. But the only one I didn't finish was you could have a higher level of security, like the ultimate level of security.
Master or something.
Yeah, right. You had to do 3 or 4 different things. But I thought, I don't need any of these weapons and shit they're going to give me, because
you're just wrecking it anyway.
Yeah. So I thought, I might do New Game Plus, because you get your shit back when you start again. So I thought, right, I'll finish the game, then I'll go and do New Game Plus, which I did. All your fucking security level starts from 0, so I couldn't just go and do the last task, and then I didn't even have my weapons until I got to a point that I could access them, which is like about 5 hours into the game, when you can actually get to a store and get all your stuff back. So in the end, I didn't bother to do it, but it was so good. And I can't remember the last time I played.
Did you play the first original?
I tried only when it was on EA Access.
Yeah.
And I tried to play it, and you probably remember the first thing you get to, you've got to go and you've got to repair the train.
Yeah.
And you have to do stasis and use the crane, don't you? Because it kept locking. And I got as far as that last time, and that was it. I couldn't do it, and I thought, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I stopped playing it. But when the new one's only just recently come on, I thought, I'll give it a go. And then I played the whole fucking lot. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. So now I'm playing Dead Space 2.
Which is not
But it's the 360 version.
Yeah.
Mate, I can't believe how good it looks.
Is it out of one of those weird, like, does a special
It must have been
upgrade thing?
It must have been, yeah, it must have. Because it looks fucking good. It doesn't look much worse than the remake.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how long there was between the first one and the second one originally, but like they were making big strides back in those days. Like,
yeah,
The initial crop of
It's a little
360 games were decent, but then like a couple of
It's a
3
little
years
bit
later, it
more
was like fucking
clunky.
hell.
You can't run, where in the other
Yeah.
one you could do a little jog. You can't do that in this one. So I'm
Is
assuming
Dead
that
Space
was
because
put in.
the first Dead Space, like there's bits in the 0G which work differently to the remake. That's what one of the big things they
Yes,
changed in the remake.
yes, it handles completely different.
You can
You've got
float
more
around in
control.
0G, whereas you couldn't do that in the original. I understand. I've never
Yeah.
played the original, but
I haven't got to a 0G bit in this.
Right.
But there's a lot more. There's more people in the because it's like you're in some sort of hospital, hotel sort of environment. There's a lot of rooms. There's a lot of people in all getting killed and ripped apart and stuff. But in the first one, obviously, there was 3 people in the whole story, basically, wasn't there? There wasn't any real people, and there's more. They're all getting killed, all dying, but it feels a little bit more alive, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, there's a lot more jump scares, which there didn't seem to be too many in the remake. But this version, the second game, there's an awful lot. But yeah, I'm going to play it because it's still bloody good.
Yeah.
I thought it would be unplugged. I thought it'd be so old and bad. But there's a 3 as well on there, so hopefully I'll get as far as that.
I don't know which one it was, 2
that.
or 3, where they nicked, like the remake has nicked like the 0G stuff from either 2 or 3. I don't know because they changed it.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I'd say
very
I've not
good.
played
If
any
no
of the
one's played
originals.
it, I hadn't played them before because I looked to see on the achievements, because once it fires up into 360 mode, it's basically emulating a 360 on your Xbox, isn't it? And then you can look at all your achievements and shit and all your friends.
You can remember this how
from
good an
Xbox.
Xbox ecosystem
There's-
used to be.
There's some things on there that says, because you can see people you played online with.
Yeah.
Recommended friend. You played with this friend 4,700 days ago. All that shit's still in there. It's obviously just ticking along using the internal clock to tell you how many days it was. But yeah, so that's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do your next one?
Well, I was going to just nip in and say, Lord has popped in to say hello. And he says, is that a mirage? I assume he's referring to you being here. It's not.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on privy to
We haven't got an AI in to generate Pilch. So he's really here.
Oh, Lord.
And Five Guys is
just once in a...
Five Guys has nipped off to say goodbye to his mother-in-law, but he should be back soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So, what have I got next? I've got... Right, I'm going to talk about Sifu, which I haven't played. I've played for 3 or 4 hours.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Sifu?
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't really paid too much attention. It doesn't sound like my game, but
well, do you like beating the crap out of people?
Game either. I do like beating the crap out of people.
Yeah, I like it. Well, in real life or like in the video game.
I've got a beating the crap out of people game in a minute.
Good. Right. Well, this is a beating the crap out of people in a kung fu style.
What is it on?
I'm playing this on PC. It is on Xbox and PlayStation and everything else.
Not in Game Pass, though.
No. I had to buy this for a whole. I think I paid a whole £10.
Buy one? Bloody hell!
A £10 game. I think I paid for this, was it?
Okay.
But yeah, like I did mention. Well, hadn't played it last week when I talked about it today, but I've definitely heard people talk about it, and I've watched a few videos, and I was like, this looks so fucking cool. But unfortunately, it only looks really cool if you're good at it.
Okay.
No, it's good. It is good. There's definitely times where you're like, yeah, that was fucking cool. Where you get into like a big old scrap. So basically, you're in a third-person camera view of yourself. You start the game aged 20, and you go around, and you basically, the very start of the game, you play as someone else who kills your father, and then you come out of a hider, and you I think they try to kill you, but you survive basically. And so
Okay.
when you've grown up a bit, you're obviously on a revenge mission, and to go like take your revenge on these fuckers that killed your dad. And so you then obviously you're fully trained kung fu master basically, and you go through these environments. I really love the way it looks. I can't really describe the art style. It's a sort of, it reminds me of something. I can't think what it is though. It's like hand drawn backgrounds. It looks super fucking cool. But the character models are like, I wouldn't say PS2 or PS3. Like they're lower poly, like they could be at this sort of technology time.
Yeah.
But they're very stylized, I would say. Like they're obviously not fully loads of polygons or anything like that, but they look cool. But the environments look they're sort of semi-realistic. It's weird to describe, sort of cel-shaded realism. I don't know, it's quite cool. And so you're running around largely in third person, and you get into scraps with all these minions of these guys. There's like a ladder sort of thing. There's like, you've got the top boss, and then you've got all of his minion bosses, and then all of the actual just minions to beat up to get to the mini bosses. And then obviously you work your way through the mini bosses and get to the big boss at the end, like a kung fu movie. And it's so fucking cool. It's just like, you basically got like a light punch or a light hit and a heavy hit. And then it's like X and Y, light or square and triangle for your PlayStations and your Xboxes. And then circle is like you can pick up things in the environment like bottles or sticks or baseball bats or like bits of metal piping, and use that as a weapon. And then what does X do? I can't remember now. I use it, but I don't really know what I'm doing. It's just kind of automatic now. And then you're using the combination of the triggers and the bumpers to like either block or run and dodge and stuff like that. So the combat system is simple but involved and detailed, and you have to, I'm not quite Souls-like in combat, but you do have to dodge, you do have to parry and all that stuff. Otherwise, like you have to, if you time your parry, like you time your block, it'll do like, they'll get stunned and you'll be able to like take them out maybe in one hit or something like that. But yeah, when you're in a scrap and like it doesn't quite, it does sort of that kung fu movie thing where, oh shit, there's like 10 dudes here and they all kind of take their turn to come and kick your ass. So you don't ever get in there when there's a load of people, you don't get like 10 people all attacking you at once. But there can be one or two or three maybe trying to have a pop at you at the same time. So you do have to like, but you can be literally like, it's a bit like Arkham as well. When you're in the Arkham combat, like you'll do a punch and then you'll have to like block someone who's coming from behind, and it will just automatic. If you press block at the right time, it'll just turn around and block that person who's coming from behind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you just get into some proper good scraps. And there's one point early in the game, like you're going around, it's like say third person view, like behind over the shoulder kind of thing. And there's one point where it just cinematically swoops to like a side-on corridor view, and you like just go down this corridor and beat the shit out of like 7 or 8 people in a row. And it's like, when you're doing it and you do it right, it feels so good. Like you're walking when it's kind of really fluid. There's like a baseball bat on the floor, say for example. You do a few punches on some guy, stun them, and you press circle to collect the baseball bat, and he flicks it up with his foot, catches it, and then you just like smack someone around the head with a baseball bat. And then there'll be like a sort of finish move that comes up. You have to press, it'll be B and Y on Xbox, circle and triangle on PlayStation. You press them together and it'll do like a finishing move, like a little flurry of punches or something. And if you've got a baseball bat or something, it's just like going dunk, 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 and like as they conk around the head, and it's so fucking good. But the first level I've gone through several times. When you finish the first level, that's like a sort of point that you can carry on from. And then I've not finished the second. I've got to the second boss once. It's fucking hard. It gets real hard. But what the gist is, like I said, when you start the game, you're age 20. If you take a knockdown, you can get back up, but it costs you a year of your life. So you get up and you're age 21. If you
Right.
get knocked down
Okay.
again, the death counter goes up too. So you then come back at 23, and then obviously if you go, that ticks up the death counter. So the next time you go down, it'll add on like 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start aging quite rapidly if you take a few
Right.
knockdowns. And that's like if you get to like 80, game over. But what happens is every 10 years of your life, so at 30, your damage goes up, but your health goes down. So you've got less health, but you do more damage every time you hit someone, and the same every time you go up 10 years. So it becomes more and more important to be good the older you get at like the blocking and all that stuff. But yeah, it's really, when you're doing well, it's cool as fuck. But it's fucking hard. It gets hard
Looks
pretty
like
quick.
it looks like a bit like Tekken, character-wise.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit Zelda-y. When he's outside in the greenery and that, he looks very Zelda-style-y, I think.
Yeah, like I said,
Not so
it's
much when
difficult.
he's in the buildings, but
Yeah.
when
To describe
when
the
the little
actual,
clip I
like,
just saw,
yeah.
yeah, it
It
looks
is cool.
good. It
It
does look
is.
good.
It is really
I'll
fucking
wait
cool.
for it to come
It's
on
really
Game
hard.
Pass.
Yeah, like I say,
I
it was
don't like
about a tenner.
hard games. I can't play hard games anymore.
Yeah, well, it depends. If you
Yeah.
get into it, like there is also like a skill tree, like you unlock moves. With like you earn XP and you earn points and something else. You can like get to these idols in the game and you can unlock certain things like your weapon will do more damage and it will last longer if you pick up a weapon, and then it'll be like you got extra health and stuff like that. They're on like a run base, so it's a bit rogue-like elements to it. You got things that only affect you during a run, and then there's like another skill tree where every time you get, well, if you get knocked down, you get an opportunity to look at your skill tree and you can unlock moves. And if you unlock the same move like 4 or 5 times, it's a permanent unlock. So that's where the roguelike element comes. So the more you play, the more access to the moves you've got. So you can focus on
So
like.
can you change the difficulty, or is it just as is?
I don't know actually.
Because
Don't know.
we both played Dead Space. You
Yeah.
loved it but didn't finish it. I played it on easy, loved it and finished it.
Yeah.
So perhaps if you knocked it down a
I
little
can't
bit.
remember. Can't remember if there is a difficulty. There might be. Maybe.
See, I'd rather have an easy time and finish a game nowadays than struggle and just
I
lose.
don't think there is
enthusiasm for it. Okay.
I feel like it's it's cool as fuck. Yeah, because I was getting pretty tricky.
Neil's spirit hasn't been broken yet. He's still got it.
No, he's younger than us, mate, isn't he? Wait until he hits 50, then you think, fuck this.
Oh, I've got other games that are for old people as well.
What did I miss? Where are we?
I've just talked about seafood, so yeah, we're not got very far.
I talked about Dead Space.
Dead Space remake and Call of Duty we've had from Pilch.
All right. Any more from Pilch, or are we just?
I have also been playing a beat the shit out of people game. I've been playing Like a Dragon. I think that's what it's called.
Which one? The new one? Yeah. The new one?
Yeah.
I started that actually.
This is the best fucking game I've ever seen. the graphics on it are unbelievable. What did you think, Fraser?
What?
Did you not think it looked?
This is the new one, right? The change of name or whatever it's called.
The man who erased his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
thought it looked fucking beautiful.
They look really good. I think. Did you play the previous Like a Dragon?
That was a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
This is totally nothing what I was.
This is the same town, right? This is what I noticed. It's the same town.
This is.
Oh, is it?
Okinawa, is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's the same map. I don't know whether it's completely the same map, but there's already parts. Like it starts you off at the same part it starts you off in the other one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Just
played a
if
bit of
there
it.
was some opening scenes where they just had like some traffic and people walking in the street and it was raining and I thought, well, this can't be. This isn't the game because once we get into the game, it'll obviously change. Apart from the actual characters, the backgrounds and the environment was still the same. It was just blew me away. I couldn't believe how fucking good it looked.
I'll
It's
tell
your
you,
TV,
I
mate.
think that it. I don't think it looks that much better than the older ones. Like like Kiwami
Really?
and Kiwami 2 still look very similar. I think it's always looked a good looking game for the technology that it's on. Like PS2, it
But
looks
just the
bonkers, for
shadows
example.
and the lighting
Yeah,
on
they
Yeah,
it
know
yeah,
was
what they're
yeah,
just.
doing, right?
yeah.
So, yeah.
And so I started playing it, and I thought I've played I don't get far in these. I've played them and then just get the one of them. He was. Oh, they're all the fucking same. And there's no point in me saying what he was doing, but
It doesn't matter. You're going to be fighting someone and then go into a pachinko parlor, right?
yeah, yeah. So
This
there's
one's only
loads.
about
I'm
12 to
even,
13 hours, supposedly, full story. This one.
but it's just I'm loving it at the moment. Just the fighting, the actual mechanics of it is just. It's not too difficult. There's combos and shit like there is like in all of them, but it's not overwhelming. It's quite easy to get into a fight. And yeah, so far I think I've done about 4 hours of it, and I'm still
You
playing
ever
it.
been
It's
to
bloody
the,
good.
what they call them? The, where the ladies. You talk
No,
to the
you said that.
ladies.
I was hoping to get to that bit
No,
because you said it was pretty disconcerting.
I've only done. Oh, the truck. They went to do the. He was supposed to just be doing detail, just be watching the truck.
I love that bit because
And
I love the way
then
that the
they
guys just
took
suddenly
over the
go,
truck and then started fighting.
yeah, well, I love the way they just go, you have a reputation. They're supposed to be working together, but the guys just decide to beat the shit out of
Yeah,
him, right?
because he's supposed to be
Because
dead,
they
isn't
like
he?
know
And he
who they
goes,
are.
"Oh,
That's what I
yeah,
mean.
that's
Like
it.
I
I
heard someone else
recognise
talking
him."
about. It's like you're supposed to. No one's supposed to know who you are, but everyone knows who you are.
Everyone,
Right.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I was part of. I was part of it. He goes
Yeah,
to help you disappear. All right. So who else knows about this then,
yeah.
apart from
Apparently,
him,
everyone.
that one other? So
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm enjoying it, and I've I need something to get. I've had so many games in the last year, especially Game Pass games, that I just I start playing them, and even if I think, oh yeah, this is quite good, I just think I could be ranking up on Call of Duty, so I've just
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
playing them, and just because I just thought I'd rather be playing Call of Duty,
shooting mans in the head.
but now I'm done. Now it's gone on to Modern Warfare 3, and I'm done with it. I need something to take my time. So, like I said, I finished Dead. I think I played 13 hours. Dead Space took me, but I literally played it in 3 days because that would have been my Call of Duty time.
Mm.
So I played that for 5 hours a day rather than Call of Duty.
Which card
And
have you been
then
playing? Sorry, which one? Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
3?
2. This is why I'm not playing it anymore. I've just said to Neil because they've started again, wiped all my progress out basically.
Oh, right, right, right.
And I was my rank was 1,100 and something, and now it's gone back to naught.
Oh,
So I'm done.
yeah, fair enough.
He doesn't fancy the prestige
Yeah.
anymore.
No,
Mm.
I was prestige level 19. So yeah, but the time the 800 hours I've played of it in the year was all
Enough.
good. But so now I need something to occupy my time. Unfortunately, I've also got back on the VG hub Minecraft realm,
Oh, I saw there was a bit more murmurings and people talking
which is
about it and
very,
stuff.
very kindly taking up a good couple of hours a day, me just digging shit, which is quite good. It's good to get back and just have a little, just get back in and piddle about.
I
It's
never,
mindless, isn't it? Did you never get on it?
yeah, I know. I was never on their server. I had another server I was on, which I
Mm,
would like to fire up again at some point.
yeah, so it's all still there. So just log back in and
Check
just
it
done some
out.
digging for a few hours. Yeah. Um, I've only got think I'm done actually. Only Mario. I'll talk about Mario, but you do your next one, Neil, and then
All
I'll
right. Okay.
draw all over that.
Well, I've been trying to make my brain work playing another game and not doing very well. Well, I did okay, and it's got to a point now I'm really a bit stuck because maybe I'm a bit thick, I don't know. But I've been playing that Chance of Sinar, which I spoke about last week. I started last week, which is a puzzle game where you basically wake up in a strange land and don't understand anybody, and you've got to work out what everyone's saying to you. And that comes in the form of people making no speaking sound. They just make murmuring sounds at you, and then like a speech bubble appears above their head with some symbols in, and you've got to work out what they are. And so you start off in one area, and you finally solve what all of those things are. What happens is when you see so many symbols, that your character then gets his little notebook out and scribbles some stuff in it, or scribbles some notes in it, and there's pictures. And then,
That sounds to me reminds me of Tunic for some
like,
reason.
yeah, a little bit,
It's
yeah,
sort
because
of,
there was a whole language in that you didn't understand, and you could work
and
it
you
out
sort
if
of
you
it
wanted
gets
to.
revealed to you as
Yeah,
you progress, right? You know.
yeah. So this game, you have, like I say, you have a little notebook. You scroll some pictures in there, and then a list of symbols will appear to the right-hand side that you've seen. And when you match the symbols to the pictures, once you've seen, and maybe they come up several times, they will come up several times, and you start to suss out, well, that's obviously this, like hello or goodbye or whatever. And so you'll suss that one of the symbols means that. Put that, you can like tap on the symbol. It's on the Switch. I don't know if it's on Xbox and PlayStation. So you
On
can
Steam.
use. Yeah, I've got it on Steam. So literally, I press triangle on my controller and then use my keyboard to type a word as what I think it might be. And when I've decided that I think that is it, I put it into the book at the right place. And when there's like a double page of your book, and if you get all of the symbols matched in that double page, they go sort of like, yep, you've got them right, and it will tell you exactly what they mean. You might have put slightly the wrong word in when you've sussed out what you think it is, and then it'll actually tell you what it really means once you finish a page. And there's however many pages to do for the first language. And then once you get to a certain point and you move past the point, you encounter another language, and it's like, oh fuck, now I've got to do the whole thing all over again. And you get more symbols, and their language works slightly differently, because you've got like a sort of super primitive language to start with, then it gets a bit more evolved, and the third language then is a lot more complicated. I'm near the end of the third language, and I'm like fucking getting to the point where I'm like, starting to do my head in, because I'm like, I think this is that and this is that, but I'm slowly chipping away and sussing things out. It looks like Arabic writing, the third language. So I don't know if it is actually Arabic. I don't know how that works, but it's lots of like a straight line with like symbols above and below the line and stuff like that, and like sort of curves and quite arty looking. And like the first language you hear is like very sort of sticks and very simple, and it gets more and more complicated as you go through. So I don't know how many languages there are, but it's very cool, and it's like something different. You are pottering around a 3D, largely isometric sort of world, which is very sort of simple colours wise. You start off and it's all yellows and reds, and then you move to a new area and the colours all change to like greys and reds and blues and stuff like that. And then in the third area, it's a little bit more colourful. And they're engaging in different activities in each world that you discover as well. So that's how the language evolves. It becomes more complicated and more things to solve. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, but it's got a bit tricky.
I'd like to try it.
It's a demo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's not expensive.
It's not on Game Pass, though.
No.
It's what we need.
I can't see this sort of game coming. It's like a tenner. It's not expensive.
Dude, so. Game Pass had those
Opus Magnum and all that.
Opus Magnum games, and I believe they'll put anything on Game Pass.
Well,
right
it
now
could
they
be.
will.
Could
you know
be,
what we haven't discussed is I heard sorry just to cut you short there, I just remembered. Didn't they announce this week that like first-party Xbox titles are now being ported to the PlayStation, right, and the
No.
Switch.
No. That's been
Or no,
debunked.
sorry. Has it? No, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
there
So
were older first-party titles that are going to have sequels that are going to go onto the PlayStation and the Switch.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So basically, this rumor is the console wars are pretty much dead. Xbox is going to die as a console maker.
I don't know about that.
Just thought I'd drop that in there, folks.
No, there was
Leave
a
that
thing
with
about. I saw something about. Some reports said that Xbox want Game Pass on everything, and
Right.
then I saw something earlier today that Phil Spencer was like, "Nah, that's bollocks, mate. We want Xbox to thrive." Blah blah blah.
No, okay. I don't know what I've been hearing. I need to check.
So,
Maybe
I don't
bring
know.
that back for this point for discussion later.
I don't think they'll complain if they do get Game Pass on PlayStation by any means, but
I'm not
I
saying
can't
to
see
put
it
Game Pass. I'm not saying to put Game Pass on PlayStation though, just to release what was
Gears of War?
originally exactly to put the next sequel to Gears of War on PlayStation and Switch. So Xbox are effectively becoming a publisher, you know.
Well, I can see that, but I can't see them stopping.
And they won't continue the console. The console.
They are trying to totally fuck off Microsoft rewards, it would appear.
Oh yeah, because you're just milking them, man.
Well, I haven't used any points
Furiously,
really.
like Farmer Brown milks his cow.
I've got 180,000 Microsoft reward points to spend, but they're making it harder to earn for sure. Well, they're making changes to the way you earn points. They keep saying that we're constantly improving the way this thing works, and that improving it means where this thing you used to do and you got 5 points for it, it's now 1 point. Yeah, that's improved.
Oh, yeah.
They're just stopping this one fucker from getting Game Pass free every month. That's what they're doing.
Something's going down in the buzz.
Yeah, well, it's nothing to do with me because I haven't been using it for since I got a year or free with my broadband or whatever in February. So I've just been stacking up my reward points so that when it comes to February and I run out of paid up Game Pass, I've got points to get it for another year or two.
$13.99 and whatever it is now.
Is it? You can still pay it for £10 through BT, though, can't you?
Yes, but I've got mine for 2 years with them. So
yeah.
actually, mine's with EE, but it's the same company.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, there are new EE apparently, which is largely like old
BT
EE.
Sports suddenly, BT TV suddenly going to be EE TV as of next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to
unplug my BT box.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got Sky. I've got everything on Sky, and I've got a Discovery Plus on Sky app. I can just do it through there. The Discovery Plus app on my TV was total shit, and would stop every 10 seconds for a second or so.
Right. Okay. So here we go. So it's not just fucking me then.
No.
It's horrendous.
But it works great on my Sky box, and it works great on my BT box. But on my actual TV, it's shit.
Yes, I'm using it on my doing everything through my box.
Yeah.
Which I'm currently paying £120 a month for.
Ooh.
With me broadband.
Ooh.
It's a lot.
Well, if you want super duper 2023 broadband, mate, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
£75 just for me broadband.
Ooh.
A month.
Wow, mine's not that much. You have to get on the blower next time your contract's up.
Well, my contract's got another 8 months to go. But yeah, I'll be on the blower, don't worry.
Yeah. All right, what else we got? Games.
Right.
I'm going to talk about the game of the fucking year.
Oh.
Super Mario Wonder.
All right.
What a fucking game. You get down that library, bang their doors down.
I'm trying.
What
I'm
a game.
looking forward to it. You know when something's coming, you know when it's coming. This is why you don't really want to be filthy rich, right? Because the sense of anticipation of things coming is great, right?
It's where you don't want to be super tight and you just buy the game and enjoy it.
It was only I got it.
I'm edging, mate. I'm edging in real life.
I got it for less than £40.
Yeah,
it was
same.
something like £36 or something.
I got it. I think through Curry's it was a voucher. It was £37.50. I think I paid.
Yeah, I'm playing exclusively with Daisy. We're only playing it together, and
Oh, I
I'm
don't
not
know. You're
sure
showing
what
it in
world we're on.
Tello,
It's
do
big pink fluffy world now we're on.
I? Pink and fluffy.
And yeah, the actual when you go into the next world, it's all the stuff's pink and it's all fluffy and nice. Can't remember what it is now. But we are playing. We're completing every level before we move on to the next one.
100%ing it.
Like getting top of
Yes.
a flagpole and everything.
Yes. Get to the top of the flagpole. There's 2 seeds in every 2 wonder seeds in every level.
There's 2 in
There's
every level.
but most the little when the first one you do a little introductory level and it's literally 30 seconds
It
level.
usually
There's
tells you at the
normally
beginning
only
if there's
1.
1, 2, or 3 available.
Yes.
Right?
But it doesn't tell you if there's a secret one. The only way you know if there's a secret one is you haven't got a tick on the whole level. It will say you've got a 1 seed or 2 seeds. It will tell you if you've got the 3 purple
coins, yeah.
and it tells you if you've got the top of the flagpole. But if there's not a tick on it, it means there's another fucking level. There's
Oh, I
another
know there's
ending.
plenty more I could go back and do.
So we're doing everything. There's a couple of levels that have been fucking annoying, and we took either her or I had to go to work, and one of us tried to complete there. There was one where you had to time steps, ding, ding, ding,
The
ding,
music
and he
one.
goes up, and the steps disappear.
Yeah.
With the music, so you
It gets
literally
faster,
have
though.
got it gets fucking faster.
Is it the one
Really
where it
fast.
sort of will do a do, and then change? Because they
Yeah,
started
it was
they introduced one of those in Code Tracker.
Yes. It starts off and you get into that rhythm, and then all of a sudden it goes do 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 do, and off you go, and you fucking hell, and you're scarping. And if you make one, you've not only have you got to keep up, so you've got to run, and you've got to jump to the next one. You can't just walk it. You've got to constantly press. Because I've always got one finger on run, and when the other one just rockets on to jump. So I run everywhere. Whenever I move, I'm always, if I'm on run, and then I use my other finger just to tap when I need to jump. And if you don't, you've literally got, if you don't do it, hit it bang on, the level, the thing you're supposed to be jumping on just disappears and you fall to the bottom. And I must have done that 30 fucking times. We've done it eventually, and if there's 2 of you and you're both jumping, you don't interfere with each other, but you still get in each other's way because you start thinking that's you. You think, fuck, hang on a minute, that's not me. Oh shit, I've mistimed it. But yeah, so it's so good, and every single level, there's something. You just think, oh, that was fucking good. Oh, that was brilliant. Every single level, and there's I don't know how many levels. There's
Well, apparently there's loads of
probably
secret levels.
6. Yeah, I know. Then there's a little bit where it's like impossible. I've missed this bit because there's a new section we've opened, and it's literally level 4 or 5 difficulties every single bit. So we haven't gone to that because that's sort of a come back to me when you're a fucking genius
when you've got
levels. Good. Yeah. So, but it's just, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. You've got little fishes. You can be a dolphin and you swim around, and then you turn into an elephant, and you just chucking water everywhere, and all these coins and things are flying up. Then you
Are you
hit a
playing?
wonder seed, and
Sorry, Pilch. Are you playing on an original Switch?
yes,
And it's running
it
no
still
trouble.
looks.
Have you got this up
I
on
never.
your OLED? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
Oh, fucking hell! Yeah, it's fucking beautiful. It just the animations. Just there's so many different little things they do, little faces and little. Because I'm always Yoshi. He can't.
You don't
He
transform
can't die. He can't transform, but he can jump high.
and do the
And
float
obviously he can
long
eat
jump sort of thing.
everything. Yeah, he can do a little ring and he goes along and he floats like
Yeah.
across like that with his little wings. He can eat things still, so he can eat red shells. You know, he can eat and spit out everything. Much to Daisy's. That's one thing what you can affect the other person. Because if I swallow a red shell and then shoot it out to hit something, if it hits her, it kills her.
Oh.
She's
But
fuming.
if there's two of you, though, they don't really die, do they? You just got to catch them like you can in
No,
Yoshi,
you get
whatever it is.
5 seconds to. If you die, because if you're a normal character and you're powered up, so you can be the painter and you can be normal Super Mario or Super whoever. You don't die because you just lose one of your levels of power up. Once you get to little tiny, then you can die. Same as all the Marios. But if you die, you get 5 seconds to fly, to flap to the other person. And then if you get to them before your time runs out, you get revived again. So you might be doing something, jumping around all around the level, and Daisy's going, Dad, just fucking come back. I need to get revived. I need to come back here. So she's following him around the level trying to get
Can you have
revived.
2 Yoshis?
It's so fun.
If you've got one,
It can be 2 Yoshis, but there's things
you
that
don't get the
obviously Yoshi
power-ups,
can't do.
Yeah.
No. But there's a lot of things. Yoshi, you can get on Yoshi's back. So Yoshi can jump, do an extra little jump, and then that character can jump off of Yoshi to get to another level.
Yeah.
Now you could get to that level if you got one of the badges, because there is a badge that makes you jump higher.
Double jump, yeah.
Yeah, but if you use Yoshi, you can choose another badge.
Yeah.
For that level, so you not only can you get up to that level without using that badge, you can have another badge as well. There's some badges that puts extra blocks in, so you can jump to different places.
Yeah.
But we are completing each level. She's being Peach and I'm Yoshi, and we are managing to do every level just with the couple of badges that we've unlocked. It's not like we've had to think, oh, hang on a minute, I can't get up there. I'll have to wait till I unlock this badge, and then I'll come back, and then I'll be able to complete 100% that level. We've been able to complete every level with what we've unlocked so far. But mainly because one of us is Yoshi.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be able to do it on your own until you unlocked that particular badge you need. Then you could come back and think, right, when I did that level last, I couldn't get to this bit. Now I've got this badge, because there's some that let you drop down into the lava.
Yeah.
And you don't die. Well, there's one of those little the 3 purple coin things. There's one of them in the middle of the lava. Well, unless you've got that badge, you can't get there. But if you're Yoshi can jump in the lava. He doesn't die, so then that person can jump off of Yoshi to reach the thing you couldn't reach. So Yoshi's obviously it doesn't break the game, but it's definitely easier with him. So, but it's, oh my god, you just do 2 or 3 levels and whack it on. Let's go upstairs. We'll allow quick 3 levels, and then we turn it off again. And we're just fucking laughing, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at what's going on. It's just crazy.
Absolutely
Crazy.
bonkers,
It's
Mario.
the best. It's the best game. I do like. I didn't really like Odyssey that much, but the other ones on the Wii.
New Super Mario.
No, the 3D ones. What are they called?
On the Wii.
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy. I loved them. They were brilliant. This is better than that. Just from it's a different game. Obviously, it's because it's not the 3D. But I didn't like that Super Mario U or Super whatever it was version.
New Super Mario.
I ended up going back to that and actually learned to love it. When I went back later, I really
Because
enjoyed it.
that was almost like a battler, wasn't it? It was almost like what's the bloody
Oh, it wasn't
what's the
any
thing
good
with
with
the
2 players. That was the problem in
no, because it was
multiplayer
almost a
because
competition.
yeah, you interfered with
'Cause
each other too much.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah. Well,
work
this
for
isn't
me.
like that.
Yeah, they
It's
solved
all
that, I heard.
co-op stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So probably on your own, going back and playing that Super Bros. U whatever's on your own was probably better.
That's when it shines, right? Because then
Yeah,
it's a platforming Mario at its purest. It was good.
but the old Switch hadn't been getting much love because I didn't really like Zelda that much, so I didn't play the next one. But this definitely brought it back now. It's the go-to console at the moment.
Mhm.
Bloody brilliant.
Mm.
But I never play it handheld. We're just
No.
pro controllers and on telly.
No, you both got a Pro controller.
Yeah, I've bought 2 when I originally bought Switch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the way.
I've never took the Joy Cons off.
Huh.
I don't think
We've
I've
used
never
that
took it
for
out of
like
the dock. I don't.
the party games and sports and all that shit. We've used them a
Mhm.
bit. But yeah, I play
Mm.
with my Pro controller. I've only got one of them though.
Yeah, we heard.
But
All right.
I've got that the XCOM thing, the Mario Rabbids
Oh yeah,
thing,
Dave's played that.
which I used to play, not the new one, the original, the one that came out a couple of years ago. I think I want to get back to that now because now I've gone back on the Switch. I think, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and get back because I got stuck on a level on that, but that was so good as well.
Yeah, that was good. I
That
same.
Switch is fucking good.
I've got
Yeah.
Tropical Freeze that I've never started. Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's where you have to shake the bananas
Do
and
you?
shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That was a Wii U game as well, though, wasn't
Was
it?
it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was on Wii U first. You used to have to shake the controller and so
Right.
it would shake the
Shake
trees
the
and all the
bananas.
bananas fall
Excellent.
out. I think
All
that's
right.
me done. Can't think of
Okay.
anything else in particular.
Cool. Right. Well, I've got 2 more. Not that I've played a lot of these 2. So these will be, well, one of them for sure I'll be playing a lot more of. One of them I might if someone else decides to get it. So I'll start with that one. That game is Remnant 2, which plonked onto Game Pass yesterday.
Oh, did it? I'll play with you.
Yes. Remnant
Yes,
and Remnant
yes.
2 just plonked
Okay.
onto Game Pass.
Ah, right. Okay, good.
Is it crossplay?
I couldn't say. I honestly don't know. Possibly.
Because I've installed it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so it's definitely probably needs more than one person, I would say. It's got a story, but it's a bit boring so far. So Remnant 1 was a bit of a cult hit, I guess.
I played a bit of it. Did you play any of
I
it?
played it, but
I think you
it
and I were the
just
only
felt a
ones who
bit
played it that I can
janky.
remember. I didn't have a prop. Yeah, it was Yeah, you're right. It was janky. It didn't feel good.
Yeah, the shooting was a
at the
bit
same
off. It
time,
didn't feel good. Was the problem? I
yeah.
don't think.
But once you got past, I think once you got past that, it was still rock hard solo. Like it didn't pull any punches with you. It was definitely meant to be played with somebody else.
Yeah. Well, this is similar in that respect, I think, but it definitely looks a lot better than the old game for sure. There's definitely been a huge graphical upgrade on the original game because it didn't look great, I don't think, either, the original. But the shooting feels good so far. But at the same time, I feel like I need someone along for the ride to make it a bit fun because it's a bit dry.
Yeah.
Story and action wise, like it does. Well, I know it's going to get. If you get, there's big bosses basically. It's like a shooty Souls like, but co-op. So, you definitely. I don't know. I haven't literally barely scratched the surface because I've only played it for maybe an hour earlier.
Yeah, I don't think it never felt. It has a lot. It's a lot more gun. Well, Remnant 1 was a lot more gun mechanics.
Yeah,
I suppose we should go. I suppose we should go off and play it, and then we would.
Yeah. So
be
yeah,
better.
It's not crossplay, by the
is
way.
it not? Bummer.
No.
Sorry, dude.
Well, you
you'll
could
play with
download it
some
on the
other
Xbox.
scripts.
Is it cross progression?
Nah, but it's a shooter, so I'll just be straight up and tell you I'm not playing it on a
I'm just playing it on the
controller.
controller anyway.
Yeah, but that's
It
because
plays fine on controller.
you're not
I just
MLG
have to
Pro.
play it on my Steam Deck.
Have you got a Steam
Ooh,
Deck?
look
Get
at
that
that!
No,
one.
He
of
can't
course
that
I
one going.
fucking haven't got a Steam Deck. Stupid.
Steam Decks are for wingies.
Especially the OLED ones.
I can't remember. Have you got a Steam Deck? You don't have one, do you?
I don't have Steam Deck.
It's just
no.
Dave, isn't it? It's just Dave.
Yeah, I don't hear about him playing
When
too
did
much.
Dave get a Steam Deck?
Yeah, that's why we're having a laugh. Never uses it, I don't think, anyway.
His daughter
of
was
course
using
he
it quite a lot,
don't.
weren't she? So
Oh, brilliant.
yeah, so
Spends more time tinkering with it, I think, than playing.
I don't
games.
think he's too bad on that, to be honest. I think he was getting once he got Game Pass working. I don't think he's fanning about with emulators and all that bollocks.
Anyway, maybe we could ask him himself.
Yes, maybe he'll be back next week.
So
So
we'll come
Remnant
back-
2 is to be decided on, I guess, at a later date.
Yeah, we got to we'll put some time into
It's
that.
definitely improvement on the first one for sure.
We should stream that on Sunday or something.
That
You
fits
still
in with
stream
do.
stuff, do you?
No, we haven't. We need an excuse.
So watch this space for that, I guess. But I did say I bought a load of games recently. Obviously, I bought Gunbrella and I bought
You always buy a lot of games.
Chance of. I don't always buy a lot of games. When there was cheaps, I bought a lot of games. I bought. Sorry, it was. There was a comment in the Discord that I noticed. I was just quickly reading. Sorry, that was bad. That was bad form. Yeah. So, Epic and Steam obviously have had big Black Friday deals going on. Epic, on top of the sales, had a 33% off voucher that worked on anything. So, I bought Epic.
God, they're desperate.
Yeah, they're desperate, Ben. Yeah, you can tell. It's not like they've not got enough money, though.
Wow, their gaming service, their gaming platform that everyone predicted would never survive is not surviving.
It's fucking dog shit compared to Steam, obviously, but they do some deals.
Have you? I heard that they were building like a whole new massive offices and all that sort of stuff, and it's just stopped. Right, the building has just stopped. It's like
they can't afford it. Because Fortnite's not raking enough cash.
They've hemorrhaged money, haven't they? They've absolutely hemorrhaged money in the Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite's still printing money for like no one's business.
I think that's offsetting everything that they're spending everywhere else, surely.
Yeah, right. They laid off like tons of people, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, a terrible company, and I don't like to support them, but they made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
You're such a slag. Pilch and I have principles.
Well, I could have bought this game on another platform, I guess, but I don't play on those platforms. I could have bought it on PlayStation or on Xbox. I haven't really got an Xbox. You can't play this game on Xbox One, which is the only one I've got, and I ain't buying it on PS5 because I barely play my PS5. So I bought Alan Wake 2, which is exclusive to the Epic Store on PC. So I couldn't buy it anywhere else. And the 33%, I don't think it's coming to Steam because it's published by Epic. So this is staying on Epic. This is their golden goose, if you will, for their store. Because I wasn't going to bother. I was like, it's Alan Wake.
Alan Wake 2 will save them.
I liked Alan Wake, the first game. But if I went back and played it now, I'd probably think it was a bit silly. It was really atmospheric at the time. I used to play it in my back room with the light off. It was fucking creepy as anything because it was all around light and dark and all that sort of stuff, the original. And that mechanics are still in the new game. But this is a whole new fucking deal, Alan Wake 2. I've only played the first chapter. But this is Resident Evil Alan Wake, I guess. It's like the story is a lot more meaningful, I guess. It's a bit Twin Peaksy, for sure. Inspired.
First one was a bit like that, though.
Yeah, but this is more so because you're actually playing as a police officer or an FBI officer to start with. Well, not to start with. You play as the guy who's a victim to start with because you get murdered is the first thing that happens. It's full of like jump scares and it's like the horror aspect of the game, which it was eerie and creepy. The first game, I don't think it was really scary. But it definitely made the hairs on my back of my neck go up and stuff like that with the sound design and all that sort of stuff. This game's fucking bonkers. It looks amazing, and it's doing all sorts of creepy, weird shit with the visuals. There's been about 2 or 3 jump scares, and I literally have to jumped, properly jumped when it's happened. So I'm like, fuck me. It properly is getting under my skin, and like I say, I've only played the first chapter, but yeah, if you've got a fancy 40 series graphics card, I've only got a 30 series graphics card. I've got
Scrub.
a good 30 series one, and it runs okay on mine. It runs fine. I'm not on ultra settings or anything like that. I don't know what you need to get it on the full ultra settings, but it looks fucking brilliant on medium settings for me with the ray tracing switched on, and it runs. I don't know what the frame rate is, but it's running it well enough for sure. It's not hitting 60, I don't think, but I'm not seeing any problems with it. Yeah. It's not a Twitch shooter, so that's fine. I want it to look as good as possible, and it looks batshit good. So, yeah, you start off when you take the main character you start with is this Saga Anderson. She's an FBI officer, and you're investigating what would appear to be.
You know what they're looking for?
Come on,
missing frames.
Yeah, no, they're not. Anyway, it's very good so far, but it's early days. I'm sure it's going to be very good by the end of it, because it's doing some really clever stuff visually. Like the creepy and eeriness of the first game is going to is gone to another level in what they're doing with, like, sometimes you're like, is that literally a bit of movie in the game? I think it is. It's like weird as fuck. It's really clever what they're doing with like the visual stuff, and the sound design is off the charts as well. So early in the game, one chapter down, I've been trotting around like this murder scene, basically picking up clues, and when you find a load of clues, you have to go into your mind place. So you press, like, I'm playing on a DualSense PlayStation 5 controller, you press the touchpad and you go into this other area, and you walk around a room and you put like your clues on the board on the wall, and the strings appear and all that sort of stuff, and you're getting the links and solving the crime, as it were. But it basically, that is essential. There's not like, you might think, oh, I know what's going on, but you have to go through that process to unlock it. Like, it won't let you progress until you've done the bits in the mind place to like carry on in the real world.
All right.
But yeah, it's doing some batshit stuff early on already, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in for the ride.
You're in.
Here we go.
All right.
So it was 26 quid.
Bargain.
Rich.
Couldn't afford not to buy it.
Exactly. But
30% off.
33% off it was. I bought another game off for Epic, which I'm not going to start until next week, because it's getting a big update next week. It's the final update. I bought Cyberpunk 2077 because it was and Phantom Liberty for about fucking 30 quid or something stupid, because it was on sale and 33% off with a voucher. So I spent £56 at Epic the other day.
Nice.
You keep giving it away then.
Yeah, pretty much. It's getting the Ultimate Edition next week or something, which is basically obviously the game and the Phantom Liberty combined. But I think that might be it.
How many hours have you put into Alan so far?
I don't know, 2 hours maybe.
Oh, okay. So
there's loads to go, absolutely loads to go. But I know a lot of people are talking about Alan Wake 2 like it is Game of the Year.
Yeah,
so,
no, I've heard that. So
I wasn't going to bother, but then the more I heard people going on, yeah, very good. Nice one. I heard more and more people just going on about how it's doing clever, crazy stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have to get this now, because this is a great year. It turns out for games. There's been so many bangers. So we'll see if this one. I've got one game in mind for my top of the year so far, but this might be one, and then maybe Cyberpunk might be even better when I get to play that one. I can smash out Alan Wake in a week.
TMI. All right, then. Shall we call that a show?
That's a long show.
Pilch, thanks very much.
I apologise for it being so long.
Baron von Glau's in
Don't
the
worry, mate.
chat. He's popped
It's
in
all
to
good.
say it's a bad week to start taking hallucinogens. And he says, "Hey, Pilch, hope you're okay."
I'm okay. What chat's that in?
It's in the Twitch chat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You've not been
yeah.
updating your
Not
Twitch chat.
East. Well, not really.
I should probably go have a look at Twitch. I think I need to do my Prime sub, but every time I open Twitch, my camera drops out for some bizarre reason, so I'm not going to do it.
Your computer can't handle it.
Yeah. So anyway, should we take this moment then to say thank you very much to Pilch for coming back, man. It's good to have you back. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. Thank you.
Chair's always there, of course. Just let us know. Dave, I don't even think we mentioned Dave not being here, did we? I don't know what he's doing. I can't remember.
He's got his Christmas do.
party. I remember now.
Works Christmas do.
Yeah. Good. All right. Hopefully he'll drink a lot and embarrass himself.
Or maybe he won't be up
isn't
to
it?
much tomorrow, like he wasn't
Tell
the
his
last
boss
time.
he's a fucking wank. Ah, you're a fucking wanker, man. You fucking. All right.
Are you going to do his
Okay.
bit then, as you haven't said much?
Oh. All right. Thank you very much for listening to the Seal Podcast. You can find us on Twitter. Fuck Twitter.
Oh,
You can find
that's
us
the
on
thing.
Twitch.
I've signed us up to Blue Sky, by the way.
I saw that, but I didn't know what it is.
Fucking hell's Blue Sky?
Blue Sky's the new Twitter. It's the guy who
Is
did
it?
Twitter is making
Seriously,
Blue Sky.
I'm done with Twitter. Everyone, stop sending me fucking Twitter links. I don't open them, okay? Guy's a fucking asshole. He's wrecked it. It's over. Let's face it.
But-
fucking deal. Hashtag deal with it.
Hashtag go fuck yourself, advertisers.
Yeah, right. Look, he's just on a fucking breakdown on it. On Twitch for Seal Podcast, YouTube Seal.
At Seal Podcast.
At Seal Podcast. We haven't
Yeah.
updated this bit. Anyway, you know where we are. Email us, sealpodcast@gmail.com. Send us free stuff. Thanks.
That'd be nice. Don't send me the games that I bought, though.
Anybody, any thanks on Twitch?
Thank you to Baron von Glower and Lord and Pilch and me.
All right.
Oh, I was on there, was I?
It's getting more quiet at Christmas, isn't it?
Well, this is the hot week for Christmas dues, I think, isn't it? This week.
Yeah.
Before it gets, well,
That's
either
what
busy
we'll
or
keep
not busy.
telling ourselves. Don't worry, we're going to get a bump to the numbers this week, thanks to old fucking what's-his-face here.
Old fucking what's-his-face.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to change his name on Discord to old fucking what's-his-face.
Good. All right. Okay, then. Well, thanks, Pilch. Thanks, Neil. Till
Thanks.
next time. We'll see you later.
Take care.
Laters.